evening, good night, everyone. My name is Cam, and I'm here tonight to cover uh, ET Penumbral versus LCE Noir. This is the second round of qualifiers for AML, so a lot of good things about to happen here. This is a do or die match for everyone um, in this match. Both teams lost round one, so both teams are looking to get that dub to be able to have a final chance to qualify for playoffs. So I'm gonna bring here on, so you guys will be able to listen to Sprint X, and I'm gonna bring his stuff here on the stream. He is gonna be co-casting with me tonight. Sprint X is our support for ET Blood Moon, and they play their match on Thursday for seeding. But these guys are already in playoffs. So good night, Sprint X. How are you doing?
I'm doing great today, Cam. I'm excited to see a good matchup. Like you said, this is all do or die today, so I am excited to see what these guys pull out. We're hopefully see some spicy picks. Maybe, there's nothing you can hold back now, which I'm excited to see.
Yeah, for sure. And one of the most interesting things for me at least is when you have these do or die situations, that's where, you know, like you start to see the edge of the players, right? That's where you start to see like, hey, who is popping off, who isn't, because this is your moment. This is your last chance.
Oh, definitely. And I'm not sure what exactly here is going on with the bans, but I'm assuming there is some sort of e-sub and they just inputted it in. So looks like LEC Noir lost some bans for an e-sub.
Yeah,
And
I forgot who the name is. Let me see if I can check. It's Obongo, the mid laner for LCE Noir. He's an E sub.
oh, okay. Got it. So the mid laners in E sub. We see Eclipsing Tides pick up Ashe on the first pick. They ban out Tristana, Sivir, and Olaf. And then the other team banned Master Yi. I'm not sure if that's just disrespect or what exactly is going on with that.
Oh, so Mastery is a permaban for Source Walker. I think his name is still Source Walker. Yeah, for Source Walker, he's like an OTP Mastery. So he's been getting the permabans like every single match for the role.
Come on, let this guy play as champion one time, guys. Oh man, that's too funny. Hold on, I gotta bring some stuff up really
Okay,
quickly.
so we see the oops, we see the Varus coming in. I don't know how good Varus is in the meta, but he's coming in with the Maokai. From ETP side, they're bringing the Jax. Normally, he bringing the Jax so early here, I would consider it as a flex because we have seen a lot of um, jungle and for this team in particular, jungle and top does play the Jax, so consider it as a flex as we see the Azir as B3. I would definitely be expecting the Jax to be jungle though because Sir Walker has played a lot of Jax jungle as we see the Rumble as a counter coming in right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the Rumble is going for the mid lane because it's not that bad of a matchup into Azir. You can just kind of push wave, you can absorb a lot of damage. Azir is obviously going to add scale, but Rumble's main goal is to just roam and look for ulti plays. Right now, it seems like LEC is going for a nice little point, like press R comp and kill everybody, while EBT is kind of looking more of like a pick or split push and outrange them. So we'll see what happens on from the next draft. I'm looking for maybe a little bit more of hard engage coming across from EBT to follow up with the Ash and Azir and Jax to make sure that they can't just hard just like almost just kill them all from out of range with Rumblear, Verisar, and Maokai before anyone can even result with damage.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a lot of well, I'm seeing a lot of the Tristana games coming from a Bongo, but the Tristana has been removed. So I don't know how comfortable he is on these Rumble. I would definitely be expecting him to be a possible flex for top as well, just because he is a good champion overall. Because you still can keep like a counter pick for top with him.
I'm pretty sure they're just looking for Nautilus on 4 here if you're LEC. They put the Ali Braum bands. I'm pretty sure they're just looking for a knot. So I'm not sure if they're just going to handshake and they have an answer for it, or they're more concerned about Jace Ziggs for longer range that they can't deal with. But I'm almost positive they're just going to lock in a Nautilus here. And for EBT, maybe they can look for like a Renata would be a good response to that with Ash or something like that. I'm not too sure what these guys actually play. But
Yeah, Iconic has played a lot of. I think his most played champion is the Ezreal. Oh, sorry, is the Maokai. And as we see the Ezreal here, so this could be. I
is this
wouldn't
just
say this is
Makai
embarrassment.
support? I don't know. LEC's doing another LEC draft as far as we know, just picking champions that can go almost everywhere. I've seen Rumble support, I've seen Rumble jungle mid top. I've seen Varus go top, Varus mid ADC, Ezreal mid top ADC, and I've seen him jungle. Maokai kind of the same. I don't know. These kids are picking champions and just gonna spin them out wherever they go. But I like the Ornn pick a lot here. This is
Oh,
exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry, I made a mistake. It's not Obongo that is that is a E-sub. The E-sub is Phoenix, the jungler.
Got it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was gonna say I thought O'Bungle was
I'm
their
sorry.
80 carry mid laner guy.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stats for AML, and I'm seeing Obongo playing pretty much all the games. So I'm like, wait, what did I wrong? What did I do wrong? Is Itaconic that's not here. So Ornn is a famous champion for Will Matherfoot. He's pretty much played almost all games with the Ornn, and Karma coming in last for the Muffy Man.
Yeah, and then there's the Nautilus. All right. Well, I like both these drafts honestly. I'm not too sure which one I actually prefer. Um, if I had to say, I would say LEC Noir is just a little bit easier to execute. I just feel like it's really hard to deal with the Maokai R on top of a Rumble R with an Ezreal R and a Varus R. I feel like your team's gonna take like almost 2,000 damage in total between each other before you guys even can rebuttal with anything. So I think it's gonna be really. I don't even know. I don't know how Jack's jungle really works too well. If he's gonna in mid game rotate more to the side lane and have Ornn kind of hover for the pressure, or what their game plan is. But they scale. They have a lot of damage, and it's gonna be mainly I think based off if this is Zier and if they can get picks with Ashar.
Yeah, it looks really like it doesn't look like there is like a clear, you know, path that he should take because you don't really have like a good early ways to fight in mid or in the bot. Maybe with the Ornn you can maybe punish this Rumble with the Jax coming in, but the best option that I would imagine is probably level 6 on any of these lanes. Especially if it's a Varus mid. If it's Ezreal mid, then I would say it still keeps really hard to play for mid after 6 because that's when you start to have the Azure Dreamer Shuffle. You have the Ashes Arrow to get the stun, so you don't really have much set up until that level 6. So I would expect ETP to not, you know, play proactive this game one. I would expect them to be a little just farm it out, try to survive. I would expect all the action to come from actually LAC because if this is a Maokai jungle, which is still a flag, so I'd imagine, you have options to play for bot with the Nautilus. You had the chance to play mid with the Nautilus roams. And even in the top lane, you could still try to abuse the Ornn early with the Rumble. So I think they have more options to play. I don't know if you would agree with that, but that's how I would imagine their chances of playing this early game, like the first 6 to 7 minutes.
I agree. I think it really depends on. I'm just trying to wait and see where the Varus and Rumble are going, or if it's Maokai top. I feel like there's a lot of unanswered questions right now. I'm also considering if it's Varus in a soul lane, which I honestly I don't think it is. I think it's the Ezreal soul lane personally. But if it is a Varus soul lane, if he goes to AP, their whole top side is so AP heavy, which is going to give Ornn such easy itemization to never be dead in top side, which I feel like is where you'd want to punish early. Because I feel like it's gonna be hard to punish into the Ash Karma unless they're being somewhat disrespectful and not really tracking the Maokai. But I think it should be a pretty safe lane.
Yeah, I kind of feel a little bit of the same coming from ATP though. Like Jax has a mix of damage, but like it's not like super high DPS coming from ATP on especially attack on with physical damage. They have high DPS with the zero on magic damage, but again, it's mainly magic, karma, the Ornn. Uh, so I think both teams needs to be careful for uh, their AD damage not fall too far beyond because if the Maokai is gonna go strictly tank, which I think he's gonna do a mix. It could also make his life a little easier, especially also with the Nautilus. Um, for the guys on the chat, I do know that my mic is gonna be a bit low. Oops, looks like they're remaking. Okay, looks like they just remade the lobby. So I know my mic is a little low. It's just because my mic is at the full max here, but Sprint X he's coming from my speakers, so that's why he's gonna be a lot louder than I am. But I am at my max here, and I'm just trying to speak normally. I'm trying not like to, scream to my microphone here and get my neighbors to call me out.
No, I think the chat wants to hear you scream, Cam. They're all looking for
I'll try my best for during the game.
it. No, but this is gonna be a very exciting match. I'm really excited to see how these guys play in finals. Like this is do or die. You gotta put everything on the line. I want to see who's gonna step up. I can guarantee you. I don't know who's new to the scene or not, but anyone, they probably got some of those pregame jitters. We'll see who really strives in the moment, who maybe is just a little too nervous and makes some mistakes. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people either A, playing really aggressive, making a lot of mistakes, or B, everyone's gonna be playing really, really safe this game. And I'm thinking I'm taking the latter, and everyone's gonna be playing really safe this game and just trying to coordinate to not be the one to lose your team this first game.
Oh yeah, like you never want to be in that position where, hey, you just made your team lose, right? You don't want to do that. You don't want to bring that to your team.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, and like a master spammer is saying in the chat, Source Walker. One of the things that I think Source has he had a good amount of good games overall in the league. I'm like if I'm looking at ETP, I'm definitely looking at him to be the um, main person to carry out the team. Uh, I do think Silver Shakes plays overall pretty well as well, but it will really depend on how he's gonna, structure the pace of the game, how he's gonna, get the advantages and spread out that advantage. Because looking at pretty much all the bans that came towards ETP, all these bans are sequentially E and Jax, and sometimes they bring something different. Sometimes they bring the Fiddlesticks, the J4. Sometimes they bring the Malphite, or they just start checking on Silver Shakes. So Source Walker is definitely the one of the main carries of this team. So whether he will be able to get the proper lead for his team and take the objectives, make the plays, try to scale up and get those advantages, I think that's going to be really important to see. From the side of LCE Noir, I definitely think Obongo is one of the main uh, players on the team, as well as your mom's OP. Usually, these are the two guys taking care of all the damage, bringing the damage and everything. Um, I don't know much about Phoenix, but Itaconic was the facilitator, playing champions like the Maokai, the Poppy, the Rel, getting those setups for their team. And Jolty, the top lane, seems more like an how do I say this? It's more like he can pop off some games, but overall he might not pop off. So it will vary a little bit how he's gonna impact the game. At least looking on his stats. But yeah, I just expect to be a game that's going to be focused around these two players for both teams, and I just can't wait to see the outcome because again, this is do or die. Whoever wins here will have their last chance next week, but whoever loses says goodbye and gonna have to watch from the stream from home.
Yeah, you said that right. Ugh, I'm just excited to see how this game goes.
Cool.
And as we see it, is the Ezreal mid into the Azir,
Oh, yeah. So yeah, it is the Ezreal mid.
which is
Um,
kind of what I was leaning for. But I'm still curious what the Varus is gonna go this game. If he's gonna go more of like a on hit build or a lethality build. I think if he goes lethality, it's gonna be really good to help deal with Karma shielding. Gets the nice Serpent's Fang, tries to cut that down and play from range because it's gonna be really difficult for them to deal with that.
yeah,
What do you think the action's gonna be this game? Do you think it's gonna be a bot lane focused game?
I think it has
'Cause-
to be bot lane because I feel like if the Maokai does not have any impact before the first 5 minutes, I feel like Karma and Ash having just getting their items early or just being even is gonna impact so much more than Varus. Because I feel like Varus is a kind of champion that two things actually. The Varus is a kind of champion that needs early resources, or early kills, so he can snowball the game and start like picking off one after the other. The Nautilus is a champion that you know if you're not gonna make plays in his lane, he needs to rotate to make plays elsewhere. Obviously, they have an Ezreal mid, so that's not like the best, especially against Azir. But I would definitely imagine him like he needs to play with the Maokai or something. So if he's not gonna go top, he's not gonna go mid. You definitely need to make plays with this Nautilus in the bot lane. Because if you don't, he's gonna just get poked out by Karma. He's gonna be under turret. It's gonna be useless, and you lose the whole control of the game. Because I don't see anything happening in the mid lane. This is like a typical matchup. Um, Nothing should really happen. In top, I guess Rumble has, can get push in lane, but I don't see them killing themselves either. So the only action that I see is in the bot lane. So that's my take on here.
Yeah, and to respond to this LOL mastery spammer, IDK how LCE gets to backline. Makai should never get an R, flanking R. I don't think Makai's job is to get a flanking R. I think he just drops R into the team, forces them to line up behind Ornn, and then they just drop Ezreal Rumbler over top in that line, and it's gonna deal a ton of damage with the top of with the Varus R coming through or a Varus arrow. I think that's kind of their game plan, and I think it's gonna be interesting to see how ET kind of deals with that exactly, and because I feel like LCE's team comp is very point blank on what they're trying to do and how they're gonna execute it. I feel like ET's is a little different. I think they have options of what to do. But I think, like I said, it's going to really depend on them picking people off and scaling and then making sure they get engages off before they get too much poked down to themselves.
Oh, I also forgot. So we're getting almost getting ready to get to game. Speculate is almost done. And I forgot to put the predictions out. So I'm gonna put the predictions on the chat if you guys want to participate. Um, so I'm gonna start with the channel points here, and I'm also gonna do the bet team, so you guys can participate using the ETC coins if you guys want to redeem anything in our lovely store. Let's get this going. So we're coming off here with an invade in the bottom lane with a 5-man invade for Penumbral here, and now they're going for straight for that blue side here. They're gonna spot your mom's OP, but they don't have a really good, yeah, they don't really have a good source of fight. They're just gonna get the ward and walk back. Looks like they're gonna try to do a late invade, but now we're seeing the Jotes making movement towards the blue side here, but he backed off, so they're not gonna go for a late warding either. So Spring X, um, what do you think about this? Do you think like he should have gone for a late ward probably, or um, just expect the late invade and that he's gonna start your on your blue buff?
Mm. Anytime a team invades, I always feel like you should always get cross map vision. I think it always tells you a lot. Um, you don't need to do an early invade. I kind of don't like the early invade, if I'm being honest with you. I think it's a little scary on the side of ET to early invade. I think you don't want to induce action early and like kind of formulates that. It's gonna be difficult to deal with like a Varus, Ezreal, Maokai, and Nautilus like level 1. I feel like Azira's really struggles. Karma's good, but I don't think you really want to be formulating and like doing a lot of spell changes and trading summoner spells. Even if you get a kill or two, I feel like this is really rough. It's really beneficial for ET to get the vertical though, because now they're doing exactly what they want, which is Ornn weak side. Rumble's
Yeah,
gonna be
and
constantly perma pushing them in.
yeah, I was gonna say about that. They're just crashed their, I think believe it's the third wave. No, it's the second wave, and Jack's gonna just come from behind them if they're gonna keep that prio there. And we see the pings going in. He's gonna get spotted, but looks like they just back off. And we already see Phoenix pinging the top side, going for that invade. As Azuri is also getting some prio here in the mid lane early on.
Yeah, this is supposed to basically just be like a complete handshake. I mean, there's no way they're gonna really contest top side with Rumble with this much prio. If they catch Rumble, he's not
Ooh,
doing
the
too
hook
great.
comes in on Muffyman, taking a lot of damage from a Storm the Bleach.
I'm kind of glad Rumble didn't take that cheater, because if they caught him on Vision taking the cheater, then if Jax
Ooh, your
wanted to,
mom's
he could
OP
have pinch on Maokai.
flashing. Early, the hook comes into Ash. Silent Frost gets this low. They get some more poke, but they do manage to get a nice flash from the Varus pretty early at 3:30, pretty much.
I'm a little shocked that he flashed there, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, and now we see Jax coming over in the bottom side again, giving up. I do believe they had a ward when Phoenix showed up in that blue buff, so they know, okay, we're just gonna ignore. It's an Ornn. He's farming on their turret. They're gonna go for that Scuttle Crab. Now we see Will Maffer doing some back damage on Jolts.
I'm pretty sure the ward expired topside
Oh.
by the time he happened there, but they should know that this vertical is happening anyway. I'm kind of curious to see how when vertical jungles happen. I'm always curious to see how the second clear goes, because sometimes people just try to contest opposite side or they just take their side countered. But Maokai's top, it's gonna be all Maokai's camps spawning first. So I'm kind of curious to see how Jax is gonna play this. If he's gonna try and go for top side or just go straight into the bot side again. It's gonna be really difficult for him to cycle his camps as fast as Maokai, with his being on the second rotation.
Yeah, so far here, everything normal. We see a back coming from the Jax, also from the bot lane, and the Maokai going for his vertical clear, going for all the camps, gonna have 36 at the end. Um, so he's gonna have a really nice first back, but we see the Jax already moving on the river, probably gonna try to start the second pathy, but he's gonna get spotted. Oh, he's waiting. He's waiting so he's not spotted by Obongo, and he has the timer of these camps from the bottom side for Maokai. So good. I mean, good for me because I don't know how to do this, but I expect these guys to know exactly uh, how to time the camps that you take. As we see now, Jack's moving for the
I
Grump.
just feel like this is so dangerous what he's doing here. He didn't even know Maokai took his top side. He could have been walking into Maokai. His bot lane doesn't have first moves. Karma's there with them, but this is very that's a very aggressive play for the
Yeah.
Jax. It works out, but
Ooh, Obongo is super low in that mid lane, taking extra damage, and he hasn't backed yet. He has a TP, but now he's going for the back. Normals would be taking a lot of damage from movement, because now, and I feel like this kind of worked out to keep pressure away from this bot lane, because now the Maokai hadn't really had a chance to come in, and Varus already lost his flash, and there's pretty much now we see the Maokai coming, Storm the Bleach, going to Muffy Man. He gets spotted. Source Walker is around. The Ignite comes in. Muffy Man flashes away. The damage comes in, and the first blood goes to your mom's OP, but he dies. Shalin's Frost. Storm the Bleach is pretty low. He flashes away, but Jolts has
Rumble.
walked straight for these Drake play. So they ended up trading 1 for 1. Um, Pretty much all summoners in the bottom lane has been used. First blood goes to your mom's OP. First Drake goes to um, LCE Noir, and we also see a pretty significant CS difference here in the bottom lane. It's 11 CS at 7 minutes. With the first blood, it's like a 500 gold lead, and the Varus still has the coal.
Yeah, I mean that roam from Rumble is saved everything. That was a great look from Jolt's
Wait,
there.
Shiver Shakes here,
Oh,
trading really heavy. Oh, he missed this. Oh, he missed. The barrage comes in. Oh, the Q from Azrael does not hit. It would have been a interesting and really good
oh, top
solo
lane.
queue. Oops.
What the heck just happened top lane?
Oh.
Oh, see you later, Jolts.
Yeah, Jotes get caught with the Karma Romy here. He does not burn Flash. Now, Obongo is pushing super hard. It's gonna use. Oh, Source Walker gets a move speed, but it's
They should be good.
not in a position to jump into this Ezreal.
Ash gotta be a little careful down here.
Yeah, now Silent Frost could be a bit
Sir,
in a bad
wait,
situation.
Nautilus.
He got a lot of damage straight. Oh, the ultimate doesn't hit from Varus. Silent Frost is close for his level 6.
Ah, he wants it so badly.
Oh, he's really close. He's on the ward. Morpheman does stop Storm the Bleach, but they will be able to extend this lead. It's a 20 CS lead. The Varus did miss his ultimate.
Ashar,
Silent Frost
Ashar.
is 6. Oh, the Varus survived. Oh no!
Oh my
The
god!
back!
Yo, can you click on Ash for me? Okay, thank god. I just want to make sure he didn't have any hawk shots up. That was a
She
sad moment. That was so
he
close
was. I don't know if they should have expected because I think the Karma had a Q there, even though not with the
with the vision.
yeah with the
Yeah.
buff because they could have at least stopped the or at least try, but good effort. They do get a plate back. Ooh,
Oh
Obongo
my
is super
god,
low.
Silver Shanks
The
is
barrage
just.
comes in, but he's
Oh,
Phoenix is
watch out.
around. The ultimate comes in. Sugar 6 nine. Oh, that's an interesting play, but he's gonna get. Oh, nice shuffle. He gets
Oh, the
two
double
flashes.
flash. Yeah, he had to go forward there because he just used his
Oh,
last
the ultimate from
user to
Ash is
trade.
coming. It hits!
Oh my god!
Field goal!
See, this is why we didn't use a bot lane, guys. We knew this would happen, and I could give my mid laner an assist.
Now with my for free is gonna get. Oh, nice usage by the E there. He will survive. Sewer Shakes did a lot of damage on the Bongo, but and he also took two flashes with him. Um, so that was good play there. But your mom's OP is looking for a pick here, and Shining Frost that's walking. He gets hooked. The ultimate from Varus and from Nautilus comes in, and Ash gets exploded in this bottom lane.
Yeah, they need to start paying a little bit more attention to these little cheeses that they're kind of setting up because, as you can see,
Ooh,
one hook,
wait, hold on.
one Versar. Ooh,
Phoenix does not have flash. They use a nice W, but Source Walker gets a good kill. Your mom's OP gets solo killed by Muffin Man.
Guys, all I'm gonna say is he is the Muffin Man.
Karma is OP, holy.
Oh my god.
But Source Walker used the ghost, just ran Phoenix down, and now Charlotte Frost will be able to catch this wave pretty freely. But there's almost a 30 CS lead in this bottom lane, and the Varus already has his Kraken's Lair. First person on the roof to finish off the first item, and the Jax also getting the kill in this rumble does accelerate his build a little bit.
Yeah, so I was wrong about this game. I feel like there's been a ton of
Ooh,
action.
Silver
It's not the
Shakes.
latter of people playing
The
safe.
ultimate from Phoenix comes in. He has a nice streamer shuffle. Oh, the barrage doesn't hit three man
Oh my
ultimate.
god!
The Ash stun. Source Walk is here. Silver Shakes gets a
He's
double
still
kill.
alive?
It's a
Oh
triple
my
kill.
god.
Silver Shakes, what a man.
Jesus. This Azir is definitely doing what he needs to do to start carrying this game. This is a dragon, get some mid plates.
Holy
Everything's
cow.
good. This is so in the favor of ET right now. It's actually
Yeah.
crazy.
Not only that, this kind of play makes, a huge mental impact on your team. Like you get a super buff, but Jolt is around. They're pinging here. They want to fight. TP from in the mid lane, but Jolts goes around. Your mom's OP is looking, but they do fall back as Source Walker. Oh, the ultimate hits
But he's not
Silent
lethality
Frost,
Varus.
but he does not do more than that. Herald in the mid lane, gonna get another plate and a half for the Azrael as the ultimate comes in, and he already has. Ooh, he has Ludens. Ludens and Sorcerer Boots on this Azir. He's gonna be doing so much damage on this Azrael. With Malphite for taking a bad trade, Jolt does a lot of damage on the Ornn here. But
So
he's doing it.
I want to take a brief second to
Yep.
talk about a couple things this game because I feel like there hasn't been any time to talk for a second. But it doesn't look like we're gonna have to because Malkin's probably gonna ult bot lane in a second.
Yeah, they
But
do. They don't have Varus ult, but they do have Storm the Bleach ult, and Obongo's ultimate barrage is also here as they're going for the dive. Muffy Man. Oh, it's a double. It's a one route, but it. Oh God. Wait, this is awkward. Storm the Bleach will go down. The shutdown goes to Maokai. Now Jolts is gonna get shuffled back. He is gonna get dove here pretty soon. Azrael does have his ultimate yet, but okay. The headbutt was missed. Source Walker gets the kill, and they will be able to. It was a clean dive on the top lane.
yeah, like I said, never really a second to speak about the game because I swear there's always something going on. There's like three things I wanted to talk about. One is that we're seeing an on-hit Varus, which is something I completely disagree with going on this game. I think you need to go lethality to deal with the Ashe and Azir in the back line. Like, what was it, Mastery was saying before? Like, how are you going to deal with this back line? I mean, before I was seeing it with, like, poke Varus, like Ezreal and everything, but now you guys are getting so far behind, it's hard.
Yeah, and we see here rotation coming in. There's no more plates, but there's a Herald coming in 20 seconds, so they definitely want to fight. They already took the first Herald. We also see a rotation from um, ET here because the first turret has already gone down in the bottom lane. Um, Jolts have TP and he's pushing bot, but Silver Shakes is pinging Phoenix. Source Walker comes in, good damage initially, gets the flash from Phoenix, and they only use. Oh, nice ultimate by your Mom's OP. He does get the Shiver Shakes, but he just walks around. Source Walker comes in, he uses the ultimate and the stun. Three-man stun with a two-man lockup. It's a shutdown for Varus, though, at the end of the day. Storm of the Bleach is super low. Shiver Shakes is really low. Wim Alfred goes into Varus, he gets one kill. Shining Frost flashes in, gets a kill. Another flash. Oh, Silver Shakes kills his teammate, but gets a kill on Jolt. Your mom's OP is the only one to survive. It's a 4 for 2 here. Nice fighting overall. And Penumbral will try to guarantee top tier 1 and mid tier 1 as this year starts to getting more and more fed. They do fit a lot of gold into this Varus. He got a shutdown on Source Walker. He has 30 CS. Oh, barrage!
Ezreal. That's so massive for him to get that in his pocket. 700 gold.
Ooh, that's a lovely ultimate right there. But
This game is still neck and neck right now. They're both at 30k each. It looks like it's gonna be probably pretty free Rift Herald right now. That's how the map setup is. We got Drake spawning in 45 seconds for them. Be excited for them to contest for and play around. But right now, from how the fights have been going, I think it's all ET. But the gold in the map is pretty even, I would say, for the most part.
yeah, like all that fighting because Penumbra was winning a lot of, they got a lot of early kills on the Azir, a lot of early kills on the Jax. As they're pinging to fight here a 3v3. As you're gonna see the flash coming in, the ultimate into Storm the Beach. Phoenix uses his own ultimate to stall out. Storm the Beach will go down to Shining Frost. He does, and they have probably gonna be able to get probably mid and turn into a Drake as we see the Azure taking the top lane here. But even though all those fights happen, everything happening on the map, we see 15 kills for Penumbral against 8 for LEC. The gold is under 500 gold, and right now it's in favor of LEC. So even though all those kills happen, LEC was able to capitalize a lot of gold, a lot of CS. Now we see another fight possibly happening. We have here four men, a collapse. Super Shake's trying to find a flank. Wumar Food starts with the ultimate. He knocks up. No, he doesn't. He missed the. You're almost OP, but Super Shake's. Oh, he doesn't get too damage. A lot of damage, but he's gonna get hit by Phoenix. He's gonna go down. He flashes away, but Obongo gets a kill. And Storm the Bleach is coming, and he's gonna turn. LEC is gonna turn. The Shadow Frost is trying to get the slows in. The Jolt's harpoon does not hit him, Frost, and he managed to walk away. Ooh.
Yeah, it was turning into a good play. It was a nice little pick, quick pick. I think when the Ornar missed and Azir didn't have Shuffle up yet, I think call it as it is. He overchased a little bit in the jungle without vision and got punished for it a little bit. It's not the end of the world. There's not really too many objectives up or anything like that. Their wave states are all in a good spot, so nothing too crazy, but you know, it does add a little bit of momentum swing for LEC and Jolts is
Just
doing
getting
things.
comboed here, but he will survive. Yeah, I mean, even after all that, now they managed to get a 1.5k gold lead, trying to extend and start to like try to get away from these even state. But the one thing is the Varus and the Azir are getting those kills, are getting stronger. Azir is gonna hit the power spike pretty soon when he finished that Muramana. We see a 2.5 items on this Varus, which is pretty strong. Now looks like they're pinging to go into Super Shakes. Super Shakes still doesn't have 2 items. He has a 1200. Oh, he's gonna get caught here. He's gonna get pinched by 3 men. The ultimate misses the Azir. He managed to have a good Shurima Shuffle here. Phoenix will pay his price. Yormom's OP miss his ultimate, but they will survive. It ends up being a 1-for-1 again, but not having a Azir drops a lot on how much damage you can do and how much poke you can do because now you have to deal with Ezreal and the Varus.
They keep trading a lot of gold. I mean, there's 26 kills in a not even 20-minute game
Yeah.
between both teams. Like, I don't know which side. And this game's going back and forth. I feel like half the time, like, oh, it's ET fair, and then it's like, oh, LEC's turning us around now. It's like, but now it's ET again. I don't know. This game's going all over the place right now. It's definitely a great playoff game, and I'm telling you, these kids are not they're not messing around in this game. They're trying to really show everything they got and let them test as much as they can to get their lead to make sure that they can secure their spot to possibly get into the playoffs after this week.
Yeah, we see the Ultimate Barrage going into the Baron to check if they did start because they do have an Azir. Now Muffin Man could be in an awkward situation here, but he does just walk away. Now another set of pings on this Azir. They're trying to play around him. He does not have flash. The Herald is using the bottom lane. I don't think they're gonna catch that. The Ash Arrow hits Phoenix, and he's gonna get into a stun from Jax. He goes in, gets the flash away. He has the. Oh, he's gonna die. Even with Phase Rush, he uses his ultimate, gets 4 men, but he goes
That's
down
sweet.
as Ash is alive.
Baron's up.
And ETP looks like they start Baron, but they do make the call to get away from it. So they have a nice pick. At least they. And Ornn here is keeping the Azure in the. Oh, the Azure actually took the bottom tier 2. I thought that he wasn't going to be, but he was able to cash in another 600 gold. And he gets himself a last whisper, so he's gonna be really close from that Cyril does, and he's gonna be doing a lot of damage soon.
Ornn is level 14. We all know what that means.
Yep,
Ornaments are coming in.
the ornaments and the gold that you don't see with it.
Exactly. Get your early Christmas gifts here because it's coming. Visit Ornn, Santa Ornn, and he'll be all happy.
And let's not forget that this Azir is really close from finishing the Rabadon's death cap. Um, So he's gonna have a really interesting power spike very soon. We still see that he's pushing the top side as Jodes showed up in this Drake. They're gonna try to guarantee the second Drake to delay the soul as much as possible. ETP is pushing mid and top, trying to get
I
that
love this
extra gold.
adaptation that they're doing. I love exactly what they're doing here. They realize they don't need to contest this Drake if they can get more gold on his ear, break over some towers.
Oh, the
This is a
ultimate
great
hates
call.
4 men from Jolt, but the turret goes down. Wilma for food serving as that front line. The ultimate hits from your mom's OP. He blocks another ultimate, flashes away. Now, ult for ult. It's a 3 ult into this Ornn. He just knocks back 3 members from LEC and they will just survive. They take tier 2 mid, a lot of damage on tier 2 top, and they cash in some golds as they exchange for a second Drake. And this Azir now will be able to have his second item. Now, Straddling Frost needs to be careful. There's no flash on Phoenix, but he needs to go into the safest route, going around the jungle. Yeah, now we see, and interesting enough, the Divine Center from Jax is the first item being buffed by the Ornn. I was expecting to be the Ludens for Silver Shakes because he's doing a lot of damage um, for the team. So interesting choice there.
I'm pretty sure the best ornament item is actually the Triforce when you look at gold efficiency, and then it goes into Leandries, and then I want to say it's Sunder. So I don't think it's terrible, but they're all really good. I mean, we're talking about 50 gold difference of effectiveness. I really would definitely agree. I think he should have been buffing up either the Ash or the Azir, but I mean, maybe they know something that we don't know about this
I mean,
little
he's level
enhancement.
15, so I think he can buff another one pretty shortly. I mean,
Mm,
already, so he just needs to be in range. Because I didn't see if he buffed when he was at 14 or when he took level 15. Because then it doesn't really matter since you're gonna buff your ally before a fight again. Now they're doing their job in keeping vision here in this top side, knowing exactly what rotations LSE is doing because they're looking for this Baron. This purple worm is looking very juicy and very fat. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be looking to take it with this Azir that has a pretty good DPS. Orange showing up in the mid, so they're pinging. They're looking for a fight. Oh, he gets a nice shuffle. Gets 2 men. The altar from your mom's OP comes in. He deletes he goes rampage, deleting the Azir. Source Walker goes too deep. He's
yes.
gonna go down. Shut down for a bongo. Coming in. Jotes kills Source Walker, ends at 3 for nothing as LCE is going for that Baron play now.
Yeah, I mean, I like what they were looking for. I wish that they try to fight it more into their terms and have them coming into them rather than going into the team that's gonna just try and disengage with the Maokai and everything. I really wish they got funneled into a little bit more at the Baron and try to pressure Ezreal's TP out. But you know, LCE gets a Baron for this. They get a bot tower.
Yeah, that ain't good because now now we LCE managed to get a 3K gold lead with this just taking the Baron. They still have two tier 2s which is worth 1200 in total, so they will be able to cash in a lot of gold. Um, and the thing is, I don't think anyone was paying attention on your mom's OP flash because he did have flash there, so he was able to get away from this Azir shuffle. Otherwise, he the fight would have been differently because Silver Shakes, as soon as he went in, he got deleted. So they need to play around the fact that hey, theirs doesn't have flash, but if it does, it's going to be way more difficult to make that sort of play. Now we have a 50 seconds to Drake. We see bot pushing, Silver Shakes pushing top side. Um, we'll likely trade that next Drake, putting LCE in a Drake in a soul point, but it's going to be a little. They need to be a little careful, and Shining Frost is in a really bad situation as Phoenix can just press R and she dies. We see Sugar Six putting pressure in the top side as LC pushes in. They zone the bot lane for AT with the ultimate from Maokai. Now Ornn is showing up in the back line looking for a flank. Jolts is TPing. The ultimate, the
Oh,
arrow
the Ashar.
hits the Jax. Jax goes into perma CC. The shutdown goes to Silver Shakes. Silver, sorry, goes to Ornn. Silver Shakes comes in, does a lot of damage on Phoenix. Storm the Bleach was going to be the next one to die to Silent Frost. And they turn tables to cash in this Drake. And this is really good for ET because they burn the TP from Jotes, they don't take tier 3 in the bottom lane, and they lose tier 2 in the top lane. So they don't take any turret, they just push lanes and
And
lost
they
the
get
Drake.
Dragon.
Yeah. Ooh,
Oh,
Muffy Man getting caught under ward, takes a lot of damage. Muffy Man flashes and will go down. Source Walker is looking for this Ezreal. Just jumps away as Ezreal.
yeah, that's just another. I feel like they're somewhat losing track of Ezreal in these fights, and
Ooh,
he's
Jotes is
definitely
the
being a
one
defining factor.
that needs to be careful.
Jolts can't deal with this Azir in the side lane at all. It's kind
Yeah.
of what I was saying if it was lane against it, is that once Azir gets his items, Rumble's not doing anything to him. He can all in him, which he needs to support from his team. Just God forbid if Azir has anyone there, he's gonna get to lose. But I mean, this Azir is just way too strong right now for Rumble to deal with in the side lane.
And he doesn't have Nashers yet. He's really close from Nashers. He has 1300, so his next back is probably gonna be the third item, and that's gonna be a huge bar spike for him. Getting that third item is gonna be crucial for pretty much melting anyone from the side of LCE. Now let's see if the game stalls a little bit because it's almost 30 minutes. We have like about 33 kills. Um, we got 2 minutes to the next objective, which is the Baron. I would expect them to be playing around these waves until that Baron is up, because both teams definitely want to have hit those power spikes. We need to keep an eye on these guys here. So Jolts have a stopwatch, and your mom's OP has 4 items plus a stopwatch. And there's no stopwatch from the side of ET right now. So these 2 items for LCE can be pretty big here, especially on this Varus that has all summoners up. So ET needs to be really careful here.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens around this Baron play and who gets control over. Right now, it seems like LEC is setting up a lot of vision. But a common theme I've been seeing in this game is I always look at the items from LEC, and for some reason I think all of them like have an allergy to pink words or something because they're just never buying them. But so it's just kind of leaving ET just be able to take over control and just control with vision. And that's what kind of seems. That's why I kind of want them to start playing around that because they have no way to really enter in besides just dropping those blue wards. And once they drop them, that's it. We can't just
Yeah,
have Nautilus doing all the vision for this team.
and that's exactly what they're doing. They go in, they took they took over the vision, removed vision, and then they just gave up all the reaver in the top side. Now they're slowly walking the wave as the top side's still pretty controlled by ET. A lot of a blue vision around. The Azir's pushing in. He spots Phoenix. They're trying to find some sort of trap here with the Ornn waiting. Azir now positioning himself in a possible trap, especially if this Varus walks a bit too far. They need to be careful because Ashe isn't around, Karma isn't around. We muffle fruit here. We'll back off as LCE is claiming. Ooh, look at the damage for this poke from Silver Shakes. He got two auto of the and a Q, and your mom's OP is pretty damaged. Now he's all the way in the back. Oh, the arrows goes wide. The ultimate hits in the back line. The Obongo, nice ultimate by Jolts doing a lot of damage. Ultimate Barrage also did a lot of damage. Jolts
Rumble
comes in
Flash?
with massive damage, but he will go down. Shut down for this Azir. Now they're gonna rotate into the Baron because there's no smite from the side of LCE. And this could be Baron. Silver Shakes has TP. He can just BTP, be plenty for this fight as your mom's OP is walking around.
All I'm saying
Oh,
is I've seen Varus steal these before. It may have been green
oh,
shakes.
he didn't aim for it. Silver.
Oh,
Oh, Silver. Source Walker gets the flash from your mom's OP, but he does go down. The knockup comes in. The hit, the massive boat. Silver Shakes does not get there on time. He was not able to come back earlier because his reset was delayed by Obongo. They do. LC does take two Baron plays, but your Momzopi does not have flash, so he needs to be really careful as he's setting up some trap here as Shaolin Frost is walking. They ET will give up this Drake. It's gonna be a 3 for 3 Drakes. Oh my god, 3 for 3 Drakes. So only at 38 minutes, possibly. So this is gonna be a very very long game one.
let's just say if someone gets elder buff this game, I might need to go take a nap after this. The amount of drakes that have been slain this game, and it's not even at soul point yet. It's now finally at soul point for both teams.
Yeah, so
But
it's about 10 minutes if you want to have an elder fight, which is gonna be massive as the game already started at 8:30. Now ET gets all the vision to top side. They're looking for a possible trap here, but they're gonna get spot by this vision plant. Now they're pushing in mid. Pretty much all waves are being pushed towards ET or for ET. Now we see Jax in the bottom side pushing that wave. Muffy Man trying to spot someone, getting a lot of damage from a bongo. Silver Shake's always looking for a possible poke damage, you know, pick here with this Azir. He does have flash, so this is gonna be the moment because he has flash, so he can like flash and stream a drift into the ultimate. And your mom's OP is does not have flash, so he needs to be really careful.
I want to see them play around this Varus that has no flash. I think their biggest target though is Ezreal. I think he's the one doing the most damage in the fights right now. Oh,
Oh, Phoenix R comes in. They will take only one in the Source Walker. He does the ultimate. He comes wide, gets a two-man lockup Ornn in the back line, but they just get some zoning to avoid these minions to get in. Massive damage from Silver Shakes with the
ooh,
soldiers,
big
but
damage back on that from Ezreal.
yeah, but the wave is so far back. I don't know if they will be able to open up this inhibitor right now. They still have their bear is about to expire here, so that's their last chance. The bear is finished. Oh, Silver Shakes is really low. And okay, so they would just fall back as the Baron expired, and we already have a GA on this Varus that's farming really well. 346. He's pretty much has a perfect farming.
Yeah, this Varus is full build right now. We're at 36 minutes in the game. I'm surprised we're not seeing a lot more of these people full build with all the fight that's been going on, but we should be seeing most of those last items be coming in.
Yeah, we see Maokai went for the so he went for a heel cut and he went for stopwatch, Hex Drinker on these Azir trying to survive this Azir. Azir has finished the Zonias. We also have big items, the Lord Dominix on Ashe. We have Spirit Visage on this Jax going super tanky bruiserish. Um, the Ornn, we don't even need to talk about how much it's going to be tanking. And very interesting, the Karma. She has the move speed with Shurelius. She has Mikhail's for the ultimates for from Maokai and or Varus. And she has Redemption. So she has a lot of twos to peel for any of her carries. So this next team fight could be a pretty big one.
What I'm excited for to see is we got Baron coming up at
Oh, the ultimate
140.
hit. Ashe's arrow hits. Oh, Varus ult goes wide, but they do use two ultimates, the Ornn and Ashe's ult, and they don't find anything. Now we have a lot of pings for LCE in this top lane. The
Yeah.
Ezreal going in, but Phoenix is a little trying to be careful. Now Azir catch Obongo, gets a nice ultimate. Wilma for food is here. Obongo will take a lot of damage. Hex Drinker is used. The knockup hits, and the big
Oh my
shutdown for
god.
Azir. Obongo getting spotted on this ward and just resetting at the wrong place.
That's the biggest blunder of the entire game right now. Now he's gonna be up.
Oh, the Ashari hits, the knockup comes in, the ultimate, the GA goes
He's been
down.
GA.
He does not, he has flash just now, he just yielded, but Source Walker just
Why are you
jump in.
flashing?
It's a shutdown, big shutdown for Source Walker. Now they're pinging, they're trying to punish the Azir that's really far ahead as ET
They're trying to
pushes
end the
mid.
game.
Azir takes the turret, the ultimate comes in from Nautilus. He uses Zonia's under the oh, he still gets the Sherman shift. Big shutdown for Jolts, but Stormwell is going to go down, and this will be game. So Silver Shakes gets a big play as ET is going to be able to clinch game one. Obongo is going to be alive
No,
here in
I've
3
seen Obongo
seconds.
clinch these before. He's used aces. I've seen
Oh,
this
he
before.
gets Ash's ultimate right on the face. He's going to get rooted by Muffyman, but he does solo Q Muffyman.
There's one.
Silent
Jax
Frost
died.
gets
Jax died again.
deleted.
What is going on?
Obongo gets a triple kill. He kills Source Walker as two inhibitors goes down. He will keep LCE alive in this game. Wow.
All right.
And this is gonna be so for. Oh, he missed.
That's so devastating.
Oh, but
That's
whoa, we
if
gotta
I've ever
pause here.
seen it.
Whew. Let's
Oh
breathe a
my
little bit.
god. Jesus. I mean, I would have paused after that too and just said,
So it looks like
I,
top
I wish it
DC'd.
was Jungle DC because I don't know what happened to Jax. He just decided to tank the tower instead of Ornn and just lost like all of his HP there for.
Yeah, it looks like they rushed for the end. They didn't believe Obungo was gonna be do what he did, but the dude is strong. He has Maul. He has Cyrildas. He has
Oh, all they had to
Borg.
do was just not, just literally ignore the Ezreal and hit the Nexus.
Yeah,
All they had to do. I swear, if LEC wins this game, because now they should basically get a free Baron locked up. They're going for Soul, which I would disagree with, but
yeah. Looks like they. Oh, the ghost is your mom's OP misses, but he has this extra slow for the Borg. Both carries have Borg, and Will Mafia Food will go down, trying to take
that
that
guy's
Scuttle
so
Crab.
close.
Now this could give. It could still be a free Baron for LCE. They do have a lot of damage as we see the league freezing here. We'd love to see the client doing that for us at this right time. Okay, so we're back, but we have Silver Shakes in. Um,
Oh, please, just wait for team.
the Nexus is exposed for LCE, so let's see. So Phoenix started. They have this might. The Ash Arrow comes in. It hits. Oh, it hits the Phoenix, but he goes down. He cleans. The ultimate comes in. Oh, he gets. Muffin gets rooted. Now Source Walker. Nice. Silver Shake saving Source Walker a little bit as Phoenix goes in, but he knocks him back. He will be able to survive. Now the pod lane is pushing for LCE as they are pushing to mid lane, trying to get at least this inhibitor. Azir
They need to
is
cap
around doing a
this.
lot of damage, but the turret goes in. Silvershake gets ulted by the Nautilus. The hook goes wide. The root comes in from the ultimate. The spreading the root, but oh, Azir goes down. Azir goes down, and this could be game for LCE as they still have this wave, and Ash and Azir is dead. Obong is hitting the turret. They get a lot of damage. It's 3-man lockup. They're getting super low. Shining Frost is doing a lot of damage, but they just keep them away. Super minions are in the base, but they will be able to just come back and clear those. So it's not gonna be game yet. ET still has two turrets alive for the Nexus. This game is it's one of those games.
This game is the definition of a face palm. Oh my god.
Oh, it's
I s- it was back and forth. At least now we'll be on even footing. Finally, they took their foot off ET's throat for a second. So now they're recovering. We'll have every single member on their team alive in
yeah,
the
it's
what's most
crazy.
likely going to be the final fight of the game.
They still have almost like 25% of that Baron left. They're pushing mid. Obonga is humongous. But Shake is alive. He does not have flash. Um, but he has the ultimate. Now we have to see how they're gonna be playing this probably last fight, as we're gonna have elders in 3 minutes.
There's no macro. They throw everything you know about League out the book right now. Everyone's gonna be
Oh,
ARAMing
the Ash
mid.
Arrow hits the. Oh, the Jolts gets deleted. Source Walker jumps in. Oh, he went back into the ultimate from Phoenix. Now Obongo was pushing the bottom lane. He goes back because DT is just going forward on the 4v3 now. Massive damage from Ezreal on the ultimate barrage, taking 4 to 5 members. Azir's turret comes in. They're gonna wait and protect the next super minions wave. There's a big wave in the top lane that they're pinging. Um, so they're trying to match the pace here so they
I
can
think they're
just
waiting for
end this
Ashar.
game.
They're looking. Wait, Ashar's about to coming up. Look on Ashar.
Yeah, Ishazar is gonna be in a couple seconds. They throw it and goes wide. Ash ult goes wide. Now the ultimate barrage goes wide as well. Storm the
Wait,
Bleach flashes
Nautilus.
goes in. Gets an ultimate on challenge frost. Oh, Bongo against Silver Shakes. This Zonius comes in. Muffy Man. Oh, Silver Shake goes down. Source Walker gets 3 and is stunned. It's a double kill for the Ezreal. Will Mufferfur will survive. This could be the win for Challenge Frost. Kaida's out. Gets a kill. Bongo
Oh, oh,
gets a
oh,
knock
the
up.
ultimate!
The Obongo is dead. Obongo is dead.
Oh, back up!
Charlotte
Oh
Frost! Charlotte Frost is
my
dead for the ultimate from Jones! Now Wilmar for food. Phoenix manages to goes all the way in. Wilmar for food fights Jones, but your mom's OP is alive. This could be game for LCE as there's 30 seconds on Azir. 20 on Muffy Man.
Oh my
What did happen here? What's going on? Shower Shakes. I don't know if his flash was back when he did the 1v1 with Obongo, but he went in for the 1v1 and Jolts is gonna protect the wave. Muffy Man is coming here, but he's gonna get deleted by your Muffy Man, by your mom's OP as he takes Jolts. But game one goes to LCE Noir as they clean a 44-minute game. What happened? Holy moly, guacamole! What the hell happened in this game?
god.
Oh my god. There are no words to describe
uh,
this.
I don't even know how to respond to this.
We have a 40,000 damage on Ezreal and Varus. We have 38 and 36 on Chilling Frost and Silver Shakes. Big carry plays here for both teams. Um, and it all ended up in that last play. They killed the Obongo, but again, Ash died for the Rumble, and then the Varus was alive. They just rushed mid and cleared the game, but for a moment, I don't know. It looked good for both teams. Very even game. You see 29 kills, 29 to 30 kill, 29 to 29 actually for both teams. Exactly the same number of kills. Um, it is just wow. So all I'm gonna say is we're gonna take a small break, try to breathe a little bit. This was like a 44-minute game, a big ass, long ass game. So we're gonna take a small break as we prepare for game two. I'm sure the guys are already preparing in lobby and stuff like that. So we'll be right back as everyone here needs to get some water and needs to refreshener a little bit because a lot happened on this game. Oops. Okay, so we are back. Unfortunately, Spring has to go. He is going to. Um, it's getting late. Obviously, it was a 44-minute game. We did expect the game to start earlier, but until I only got information that it was going to be rescheduled for 8:30, a bit late. So we're going to be with me here for game two, potentially for game three. But what a game! Like a lot of back and forth. It was crazy. At one point, we thought ET was in a really good position, but LSE was always, even or ahead in gold, and it's a back and forth. It was crazy. But uh, now they are starting game two draft here. Um, then the teams chose was have ET Penumbral on the blue side, LCE Noir on the red side still. So we're gonna keep the same sides. No changes here on the screen, and we see the same bans for game one. For both teams, as they still have LCE Noir has the bans, the loss of bans, but ET still focus on this Ash. Really well played by the Ash. Shadow Frost had a good game overall. We see LC Noir focusing on that Maokai, bringing that Maokai in again. I wonder if we're gonna see the same picks, 1, 2, 3, as we see the Varus coming in. Big play by Ramum's OP on that Varus. They lock in Varus with Maokai. Now the question is how much ET will be able to play that um, that early game as they were pretty far behind. Like they managed to get some kills, but they were pretty far behind overall. Now we see the deer being shown, um, which is another interesting pick for Source Walker, but I wonder how much it's gonna do to the Varus and as they lock it in. Um, so interesting choice and how that's gonna impact the game. But so far, we're seeing similar picks from both teams. Now, let's see if they're gonna focus. Last time, okay, so they went for the Azir. I think Super Shakes had a really amazing game on the Azir. Um, so they're gonna go for that Azir. On the last game, they did Rumble R3 with the Jax being out. What are they gonna focus on the Rumble, keep the same combo, or are they gonna shuffle to something else? And I'm interested to see that. No, instead they pick the Jax themselves. The Jacks remain open, so they pick for themselves as they're gonna go for the second phase. Now I wonder what kind of um, what kind of adaptation we're gonna have here. We see the Orn band coming in for Will of Bath for Food. He was really impressive, and the extra goal that he brought made a lot of difference. So they're gonna put him on something less comfortable. We see the Jace band still coming in from ET. So it is still keeping up the same bands from game one. So the question is, will LC have the chance to play the same comp that they just played? It might be so. I would like to see a what's called. I would like to see the S0 ban, which is coming in after Malphite is being removed from LCE. I would like at least to see that, so they will keep the Ziggs open. Yes, so they confirmed the S0 ban. They will keep the Ziggs open as even though it's pretty good, it's still like for that late fight, it was superb how Obongo played. So it's again, it's a do or die. AT Penumbral more than ever, they need to take the win to bring this to a game three for so they can try to come back. But now the fourth pick is going to be the Azriel. So keeping a little bit of that range for Obongo, I would imagine this deserve to be mid lane because it's a really good counter into the Azir, keeping the range advantage, being able to follow up with Maokai's ultimate from really far away, have that extra range with the Varus. Now Mundo being shown here just to block anything and everything for the front line as they confirm. Penumbra will go for Mundo in will put Wilma for food in this Mundo. He's going to be able to block everything coming in his way, at least the first CC layer. And then the Alistar providing extra engage, extra tankiness for the team and providing an extra wall there to deal with because they're fighting. So they switch a little bit the focus of their comp instead of being more pure, being more engage oriented. They have the engage form, they have the peak potential, they have the team fight potential, and we're seeing double 80 carries again as the Vayne is R5 picked. Now, I could see this as a Maokai support, a Vayne top, and Jack's jungle for LCE, but it still could be very much and it could be a Varus mid here or the Zerif. The Zerif, I think there's still potential to be a support as well. Um, for the Vayne, but wow, there is and it's definitely an interesting selection. Um, I wondered how this game is going to be played because LC is bringing different picks here and there, and they're making it work, right? So Really interested to see how things will go. Um, let me let me do the let me give the outcome of the predictions. LCE Noir won, so we're gonna complete those predictions. Um, the guys are waiting here a minute to start the in-game draft. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna start the predictions for game two. I'm gonna give a 10 minutes for the predictions as well, so you guys can interact. I'm also gonna restart the contest. I'm gonna restart the contest. Also 10 minutes on the contest, so you guys can participate. And thank you, Flayden, for the follow. I saw that you sent a follow 34 minutes ago. Thank you very much, much appreciated. Um, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a break, get some more water, just relax. Uh, it's gonna take a while for us to get into the game. Looks like the guys are just getting ready here to start. So we're gonna take a short break here. When we're back, we're gonna go straight into that game too, because it's do or die. You gotta. Oh, I forgot to change the stream here name. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that I didn't change. Aegis AML quarter final. Oh, sorry. This is qualifiers. Oops. Qualifiers round two. AT Penumbral versus LCE Noir. AT 0, LCE Noir 1. AML qualifiers is back on a do or die situation for ETP and LCE. This is done. So yeah, We will be right back. Vote here on the polls. Vote on the bat. Let's get hype up. Let's support ET. Let's bring it up. We're gonna bring this reverse sweep, and the team will bounce back. So we'll come back shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back live here for game number two. Looks like ETP's support just got disconnected. So hopefully he's gonna get back soon in the game. Um, Thank you very much, Aegis, for the raid. Much love to you guys who came in, who are new to the channel. We're covering ETP versus LCE. This is the elimination match for both of these teams. Whoever loses here goes out of ML AML. We did have a pretty banger of a series. It was a 44 minutes game. Uh, the last minute was so hectic, like it could have gone to either side. So and this game started at 8:30. Now here on this game we got almost the same comp on that. Well, actually a little changes. We do see the Mundo coming in for Math for Food with the Ghost after his Warner got banned. Source Walker coming in with Ghost on the Adir. Silver Shakes repeating the Azir from last game that he did like really well. Um, Silent Frost on this Ash coming in strong, also had a pretty huge performance game one. The Muffy Man had an interesting. It was not necessarily a bad game, but it was definitely an interesting match. Now he's coming with the Alistar from the side of LCE. We got the Jax in the top lane. We got the Phoenix repeating the Maokai pick. The Varus pick is being a flex now for Obongo playing in it mid lane, going with the B and your mom's OP with the Vayne in the bottom lane with um, a Poke Champion, the Zeref on Storm the Bleach. And we gotta love, right? We gotta love how League Spectate um, freezes on us. Hopefully we'll come back. Okay, so we're back here. So coming in for this game too, both teams are repeating the sides. ETP repeating blue side, LCE Noir repeating red side. Now this time we go for a standard 5 point. We're just gonna see champions staring at each other, especially the mid lane here, Azir and the Varus. Now these, I like to say like Obongo, he has brought up some different champions here in the mid lane. Definitely bringing a lot of the ADC pool that he has. Um, So I'm really interested to see how well he's gonna play. He had the spectacular game on the Azrio. His early game wasn't the best, but also wasn't bad either. But he definitely shined on that late game. Now we see Silver Six getting a ward here on the Raptors, and we see Storm the Bleach and your Mom's OP taking advantage of the bush of these bushes here in the bottom lane, trying to cheese and get some extra damage as soon as Ash and Alistar shows up in lane. Now Obongo putting some damage, trying to keep pressure here on the Shiver Shakes. That does do a lot of damage, but super a huge trade here early with the Storm the Bleach misses the W and he gets hit by Silent Frost on this, which was supposed to be a pretty nice, easy first hit. Now he's gonna get kited, taking a lot of damage from the Ash as he positioned himself to punish Ash, keeping the poke game coming in to allow this Vayne to farm easily without any issues. Alistar obviously needs to wait until level 2 so then he can do further engage and try to catch on, but Storm the Lich did take a lot of damage. Obongo with good trading with these what's called this thing here. Let's try to get with the hail of blades. Hail of blades. Now both jungles now doing the regular pathing, and each of them going to the opposite side. Charlotte Frost keeping. We're gonna keep track of this Maokai as he gets spotted on the Raptors by the not only the Eagle but by the ward that he had. Now Jode's trying to go for a possible proxy play here on this Mundo after crashing in wave 2. Now more trade here in the bottom side. A lot of damage coming from Silver Shakes on this Obongo as Also, some pings coming in on the Zudir, getting spotted. We already see Storm the Bleach with some warning in the jungle. Now we see a reset coming in for Udyr after he already did a really fast clear. And bottom lane is still remaining pretty pretty even in CS. Well, actually, your Mozopi has a little bit more, 5 to 6, and Storm the Beach is able to put on some pressure here. They haven't gone in for a full all-in, just accepting some poke damage. Huge Q damage from Storm the Bleach with the W usage. Now Azir punishing, and the Sourcewalker will see Phoenix. See where Shakes. Oh, he goes in. He goes into the invulnerable form. Gets the flash from Phoenix. Phoenix will be forced here. Obongo taking some massive damage from Silver Shakes, putting a lot of pressure with this Azir as he shows up going bottom side. Now the Deer is looking for this top play as the Jax is moving forward. He jumps in. He doesn't get the stun. Will Mufferford uses his passive of the W. Jolts is in a really bad situation. He has the Q and he flashes away. Played nicely to get away, but he his wave is pushing towards the Mundo. Now Shanafra is getting super low and it could be diveable as Obongo taking a big trade as well. Now Phoenix is spotted here by the ward in the Tribush, but Shanafrost needs to respect as he's super low. He's gonna lose that extra wave, and the Vayne is already putting in a good 14 CS difference on this early game. So the early game, oh, Sourcewalker is walking this Jote again. He does not have flash. He's gonna be able to do a hard hop. He gets the slow, avoids the stun from Jax, gets the stun, but it's gonna survive Jolts. He's going in. The kill damage hits from Uma for food, but still he will survive. Top wave is crashed. It's not crashed, so he will lose a lot of XP in the top side right now. But on the other hand, your bot lane is suffering so much. Your Mom's OP has Cole and already puts almost a 20 CS advantage. That is exactly what happened in game one on that Varus versus Ashe. He was not able to keep on CS in this early game, but at least he's able to survive this early game, not giving up the kill. As now we see the Varus taking some prio, getting some deep vision on the Raptors, and rotating for this initial Ocean Drake. That's going to be really important for them for recovery, health, and mana. So early game is going to be pretty good for LCE. The game is pretty even. There's no like massive. Now we see Phoenix here going in for the invade, does not get anything, because the same difference that we have in the bottom lane, you have in the top lane on this Mundo. Well, not same, but nearly same. And you also have a pretty nice advantage in the jungle. Now Silver Shakes finds. Oh, he gets. Oh, Bongo goes for a dump for a stun here. He flashes away, but he will go down. It's a first blood on the Azir. Really well played by Silver Shakes. Now Source Walker with deep vision here. He goes for the invade. The Storm the Bleach is around, but he is. Oh dear, he does a lot of damage. Silver Shakes is around. The stun, the flash from Muffy Man. Phoenix will get hit with the Azir, but not enough to get the kill. Azir did not flash, but he goes all the way. And nice tackle here on LCE Noir by ET. Try to take away the all the poke advantage. Now Shalifrost go for a 1v1 or your mom's OP. He uses ghost, he gets the slow, the Q damage, he gets the flash from your mom's OP, even getting far a little far behind. He has a nice trade in the bottom lane when it comes to a 1v1. So ET gets an extra Q as we now see the Obon going for that lethality Varus in the mid lane. He burst the TP early. Now the stun comes in from Jotes. He negates the passive, goes in for a heavy trade. He's taking a lot of damage. Will Mufferfood has ultimate. He has six. Source Walker is around, but Jax will reset after this. We see pings coming from ET for this Herald play, and they're also pinging Obongo. Azir does not have ult, but Source Walker still uses the ghost. He gets this. He's going to Wait until the last second for the stun? No, he just has damage. He just walks Obongo under turret, and Azir Silver Shakes gets the second kill. This is massive because now Azir is going to accelerate rapidly, but now Silent Frost is not even 6, he's level 5. We see Wuma for Fruit taking place in the top lane. They're going for the Herald, but they will pay the price because Silent Frost is playing that weak side. It's 31 CS behind. There is a 600 gold difference in this bottom lane as Storm the Bleach is near level 6. Your Mom's OP is nearly level 7. Uh, Muffy Man is around the same experience as Storm the Bleach, but the Ashe is almost 6, so she's like one full level behind. Now, Wilma for Food is fighting the top lane. Source Walker is around. Your Mom's OP goes in for damage, but he uses the EOA as Storm the Bleach uses the W. Now, the Maokai is around. He's going to be spotted. Source Walker is waiting Jones to go in. He goes in again. The ultimate comes in for Wilma for Food. They get to slow on the ultimate. Gets the ultimate from Jolts, but he's gone. Oh, he does survive. Now we see here the ultimate comes in for Phoenix. Shadow Frost does block. The ultimate comes in. Oh, he will. Your mom's OP doesn't go down. Oh, he will go down. The ultimate Muffy Man survives a long time, but he will go down now. Double kill for Stomp the Bleach. They do take the. They do take the Vayne down, so Vayne won't be able to extend her lead. It's gonna be on that 40 CS lead. But Storm the Bleach will be able to catch these 2 kills and accelerate with his lost chapter as we see, and he also goes for oh so close. Now gets stunned, Obogi gets Shurima shuffled, and there's another kill in the mid lane, and now for the Source Walker, as we see Jax getting in that extra plate. Silver Shake's trying to punish Phoenix, getting the plate, one plate for himself, but there's still a 600 gold lead for source for ET here. It's a 4-2 here on this match. There's still Herald to be used. We see Muffin Man around this top lane. In the bottom lane, we see Ashe now. She finished her boots first, while the Vayne is going for the item first. Now Wimbafferfood will guarantee here another plate, so he has 3 plates here for himself. There is pings coming in for some play on Jolt on this Jax, keeping him far and far behind. He's nearly 30 CS down. Silent Frost being super respective with the wave, just pretty much not even taking the XP from that wave, just waiting for it to slowly push. As the first the Vera's getting caught here. A Bongo Muffin Man spots him. He gets a knock up, the headbutt back. Silver Shake's coming in, but the Jax is around. The stun comes in. Obongo will go down, and it's another kill for Silver Shakes. Obongo getting lost in the rift, but LCE will be able to cash in the second Drake. It's under 12 minutes, 2 Drakes for LCE, but ET is just prioritizing the extra gold. Now Phoenix, it's going to be a 3v3 possibly here in the mid lane. Silver Six is a little low. Herald comes in. The ultimate. Silver Six managed to dodge. Oh, he go. Phoenix goes deep in. Your mom's beat gets a kill on Odir. The ultimate coming from Varus. Silver Six tries to dodge. He dodges 2 shots. He dodges the last shot. Phoenix will survive. Silver Shakes will survive with Muffin Man. He managed to dodge another Q. Flash. Oh, Muffin Man tried to do a flash Q into Marmom's OP, but he's gonna go down. He used the ultimate flash in. Oh, the Sharima shuffle, and the Q goes on rampage. Silver Shakes, and now the Ash arrow hits. The Barry comes in. The stun's gonna go down. The E comes in. Nice flash. It's another Q. Silver Shakes. It's amazing on this Azir. Gets his 5th kill. Silent Frost is looking here to catch this wave. Obongo comes in the bottom lane. They rotate, trying to keep pressure at least here, getting some gold in these Varus that is so far behind. But what a play there by Silver Shakes with amazing arrow play by Shining Frost. Now Udyr is looking to get a play here on Phoenix. Jax is also pretty low, but he just used the Hackstack portal to get away. Yuma for food is going to force a first turret. It looks like so. The stun comes in, but the passive for Wilma for food will be used. He just backs off as Phoenix is around. Silver Shakes goes into the bot lane. Needs to worry about as oh, he gets stunned. He gets ulted as well. He does a lot of damage, but he might go down. Oh, he goes in, gets the shield. It's a shutdown for Varus. Varus gets a massive shutdown. Now, Wilma for Food is going to be a 2v1. The ultimate comes in. He does a lot of damage. He's healing a lot. Silver Shakes. Oh, Source Rock comes in. He gets the kill. Muffy Man tried to kill a bone, but he goes down. But in the top side, Source Walk is getting a double kill for himself. No, Jotes! He jukes. He dodges Wilma for food using the E to wait and just walks away. Silent Frost now he does not get hit by the slow, the ultimate coming in, but Silent Frost dodges two of the four hits as he will be able to survive. But this Zerif is extremely fat. He is super strong. Probably gonna have Leandris on his next back as he has 2,000 gold on his back. He's gonna complete probably Boots and Leandris. He is going to look pretty strong. But ET manages to keep a nice 1k gold lead. But they do give a big shutdown on Shiver Shakes. I don't think he had Shurima Shuffle in that play. Otherwise, maybe he could have got a bungle with him. Now we're buffering for going again on a 1v1 with Jolts. Jolts taking the passive and then just falling back. Now getting a hit. Now we see Source Walker going for this Herald play, but all of LCE is around. Vayne, there's some pings on top of this Mundo that has no passive. Now he comes in, the jump goes in, and Will Mafferfoot gets slain by Jolts. The Ash Arrow hits Varus. Now they're gonna get pinched. Muffy Man uses his ultimate. Silent Frost manages to dodge the ultimate from Maokai. Source Walker just goes and go away. Muffy Man survives as well. As we see, Silver Shakes is in the mid lane here, looking for a possible play. We see Hackstack Flash coming from Muffy Man. A lot of damage coming from this Azir. Silver Shakes doing a lot of damage on your mom's OP. And they will get tier 1 mid. They are able to secure that as we're gonna be looking for the Drake fight in 50 seconds. AT is clearing wave here in this river. Will for food goes in. Jotes gets the passive, goes away, manages to hop jumps, but Will for food uses his ultimate to get the move speed, goes in and does not find anything. Just one Brock off the heart steal. Now Source Walker and so jungle and support going for a reset a little too late, 20 seconds in. There is Hextech Soul though, so they will be able to use the portals to come back. And so does Shaolin Frost. Super Shakes does leave a nice ward here in the pit that's spotted by Vision, so they're gonna lose it. But they know it's around here. Jolts walks straight to mid. He's gonna be seen in the he is seen in the ward, so they know Jax is around. Wilma does not have TP, so this would be a 4v5. So ET is gonna call it out, and they will give LCE. They will keep LCE in soul point at 17 minutes. Under 17 minutes. Now the TP coming in for Jax. He jumps into Wilma for food. He's 2 levels behind. He's 40 CS below. He goes in for deep for damage. He has Divine Sunder. Now the Ash ult hits Phoenix, stops the engage. Shining Frost, the Flash E. He's gonna get solo killed. He's gonna get not solo killed, but he's gonna get killed. The Jolts jumps away. Movement tries to find him, but Jolts is playing pretty well, dodging with all this back and forth engage, and he burns the ghost from Wilba for food on this Mundo. So even with Map for Food with 40 CS difference, with all this experienced lead, he's not able to punish Jotes any further in this side lane. As we saw the ultimate coming in. Oh, Mafrafid's gonna he uses the ultimate. He does a lot of damage. Jolts will finally go down. Phoenix is around. He has used the ultimate. He's going in, does a lot of damage. Source Walker and Muffin is here. Oh, the Q is used. Nice knockback by Phoenix. He gets some damage, but not so much damage. And now your mom's OP is around here to try to do something, but it's far back. Silver Shakes do some damage in the turret. He's just used the shift to get away from Varus. But massive damage taken by Jotes, finally getting punished by this Mundo that is so far ahead. He has, wow, 1.7k gold lead into these jacks. And ET keeping that 1.3k gold lead, 1.2k gold lead onto onto LCE, but LCE is in soul point, so they have the stats. They might not have the experience, but they have the stats. We see a one level in the jungle, one level in the top lane. But they do have a level in the bot lane is winning. They do have a level lead in the bottom lane. As now we see the we have heal cut. Oh, we have two heal cuts. We have heal cuts on the Xerath, on the Maokai. The Ojir went for what's called demonic embrace. Azir going for the second item being a Shadow Flame, but we're gonna have a fight. We have Baron 40 in 35 seconds, and Drake in 2 minutes and 30. They are pinging this bot lane. Oh, Shivershay gets his back cancelled. There's no one here, but he does a lot of damage. The damage from the Zerv coming in. He flashes away. He dodges. Not. Oh, he gets deleted by the Maokai. Now your mom's OP flashes away. Jolt goes away as well, but the ghost coming in for Super Shakes. The Ash stun hits the Vayne. Vayne goes down, the knockup comes, and Jolt goes down as well. It's a double kill for Source Walker. They're going straight for the Baron. They're calling Baron at exactly 20 minutes, but Super Shakes is dead for another 13 seconds as he gave up kills there for Phoenix. Did buy a lot of time, but Storm of the Bleach they did a lot of damage. Uh, Source Walker is here. Phoenix is going straight here, but Muffyman is being protective. He's gonna keep here round. There's a TP coming in from the Obongo. The knockback here from Muffyman. He's gonna get stunned. He used his ultimate. Does not get in. Oh, Muffyman pays the price, pays with his life, but he's able to survive. Phoenix trying to find here. He gets slowed, but he's trying to find a way to punish more ET for that Baron. But it's really well played, the early Baron for ET getting that extra gold with the objective and be able to snowball the game because there's still tier 2s in mid, tier 2s in bot, tier 3 in bot, and now we see here LCE Noir catching mid lane. Super Shakes will clean this vision in front of Phoenix, but LCE is managed to get some plates. Now Phoenix, he is a little too far forward. Super Shakes has his Shrimmer Shuffle, but we see a backing now from LCE. They're resetting. They're trying to take some gold in the top lane. They're still tier 1 top lane. Oh, Boga, the Ash Arrow goes wide. He gets caught by Muffin, and he's going to go down for Silver Shakes as the Drake is going to spawn in 30 seconds. So LCE needs to fall back because they're not going to be able to fight for the soul. They do take extra gold in the top lane, but bot does drop for the Mundo for Wilmath for food. And we see now the Silver Shakes, he has to be, he's going to phase these jacks off in the side lanes, at least take the wave as bottom side is getting really cleaned up with vision. Everything is blue in the bottom side of the blue side of the LCE Noir team. ET keeping now a 2.5k gold lead. Mundo going for the annoyance. He steals the Grump from Phoenix that is now 2 levels behind. Whew. Now we start seeing the stacking of experience. Bot lane is catching up. Top is 3 levels ahead. Jungle is 2 levels ahead. Now Phoenix going in. Will Mappleford will take tier 2. He gets his passive, gets down from the Zera stun. Phoenix shows up. He does ult. He's going to walk away with Ghost. He gets some slow on Phoenix, but if Phoenix just walks away, tier 2 mid also goes down. Shadowfire gets a lot of damage. Shadowfire will go down for the Zeraf. He does go down. Now, oh, the ultimate from Phoenix stops right on time and does not hit Source Walker nor Muffyman. Shivershay keeping a lot of pressure, taking tier 3, doing a lot of damage on Jolts. nothing that he can do. He's 2 levels behind. He gets tier 3. He's going to he's pushing for that inhibitor at 23 minutes. But now we see the rotation from Storm the Bleach doing a lot of damage on this Azir from far away. Now Phoenix is gonna be seen in this control ward. He's going to get spotted as Silver Shakes just falls back. A lot of gold on the pockets for ET there. 3 tier 2 turrets and 1 tier 3 on the top side, being a 4K gold lead for ET. Now, Phoenix did get a couple kills, so he starts to have a 150 bounty. And the Udyr also, with the extra kills, he gets a 300 gold bounty and a pretty good CS for jungling. Now, one of the things that we have to watch here is first, Varus completed 2 items. He has Duskblade. He's really short from the Muramana. The Vayne also has 2.5 items. The Ashe is still far from that Trinity Force. Well, not far from. It's just pretty close from Trinity Force. I didn't see the Shin there. Um, Azir going for the large rod. Probably gonna go for that Daff cap. He has 1200. Oh, the ultimate. Oh, the ultimate hits, and the combo. Oh, nice Shurima shuffle. Silver Shake survives. He gets the last hit, but he will go down for Leandries. These Maokai and Zeref ults are being really clutch as Storm the Bleach is getting super strong here, getting another kill. The ultimate hits the Azir as he was backing, and they clinch another kill and getting some gold back. And the one thing interesting for the Mundo is he's going for the hole breaker, so he's going to get the extra tankiness for split pushing. He has looks like he's gonna go for that Hydra play. Now Source Walker is going to these Jolts. Jolts use the ultimate. We see Muffin coming in. He gets the stun, but again, it's a big Udyr. He has 2.5 items. The Ignite comes in. The stun, oh, the Ash Arrow and the kill on Source Walker going on the rampage. This Drax goes down again, but ET also needs to use 3 men to deal with the Jax on the side lane as long as Silver Shakes isn't around. But and Silver Shakes did finish his call. He finished Shojin, so he's gonna be pretty strong right now. We see the Realize coming in for the Zeref. So this Ashe, if she gets caught by one hit, she's gonna go down pretty fast. We start seeing probably a Cyrilda's coming in for this Varus. He's gonna be doing a lot of damage. We see a third item coming for the Udyr. Stopwatch on these jacks is going to be able to start buying some massive time with his E stopwatch and E cast. Now we see again pings on top of the Azir. They're a little trying to spot him, but at the same time, Muffyman and Azir is trying to keep vision on this top side as we can have Baron up in 5 seconds. Super Shake spots your mom's OP. So the thing is, E-Team is able to keep pressure on all 3 lanes, but they need to be careful, especially Azir, with the Zeref and Maokai play because they do damage from so far behind, from so far away. Now, LCE is looking for a possible play here in the mid lane, try to do some damage. We have Drake coming up. We have Soul Point, or we have Soul here fight coming up in any time as the Drake is about to spawn in 10 seconds. Will Mafferfood keeping a split push pressure here, doing some damage on Jolts, trying to bring someone to deal with him so the team can go for the objective. As we see here, Udyr going straight for that objective. LC is going to be a bit late. Will Mafferfood will take some damage. He still has his passive up. Ash Arrow hits the Maokai and is going to stall, so they will be able to keep to do the Drake. The ultimate comes in to flash it. Shine Frost flashes away as well. Jones used his stopwatch. The ultimate comes in the backline. Goes Silver Shakes. He's gonna take Storm the Bleach. Oh, Jones goes down. Massive Shurima shuffle. Gets a 4-man, but does not kill. He does stop Storm the Bleach there. Bursts the barrier, but ET is pinging straight for the Baron but there is Hackstack Soul, so they will be able to get back on the map pretty fast if they need to, as top wave is crashing under the inhibitor. At the end of the day, it's 2 for 1, but it could have been much worse if Sugar Shakes does not go into that Zeref in the back line. But next time he won't have the flash, but Storm of the Bleach won't have the two summoners as well. The Alistar has flash, so Jax also doesn't have flash. Obongo has flash. Maokai does not have flash. So a lot of important cooldowns here on the summoners, and Movement is trying to keep getting like a flank position as LCE try to clear vision, but they're gonna get spawned. Oh, the TP a little deep. Oh, Obongo misses the ultimate. Ash Arrow hits Obongo. Will Mafferford will one shot this Varus, but he goes down. Jax is in the backline. He gets headbutted. Charlie Frost comes in from the flank position, doing some damage, but taking a lot from the Zeref. So it is the ultimate coming in for Zeref, trying to the dodges. Phoenix is super low, and Charlie Frost almost dies. The locket of the Iron Solari keeps him alive with that extra shielding, but ET won't be able to start that Baron just yet because Phoenix is still alive. So it's another even fight that goes in, but Obongo getting caught so many times on this game. The ultimate from Phoenix also wasn't. It was good to stop the team, but the Mundo that just walks in. Now Silver Shake's keeping vision work here in this Baron as Storm the Bleach try to keep vision, try to poke from far, try to find a way to get that early damage coming in as the ultimate's going to be back in a couple seconds. So we might see another fight coming in soon. We see bounties coming on Phoenix, on your mom's OP, on Storm the Bleach, all of them with 150, only 250 on this Phoenix, on this Maokai. As we see the Mundo split push in action as he does not have TP. Jolt does not have TP. Um, Looks like we're seeing now the team is just trying to fix up the waves. Uh, Maybe set up some trap here in the mid side with Storm the Bleach. Now we see here Will Fruit just goes in on your mom's OP and he's just mashes this vein, getting that shutdown. It's massive hit and he's just pushing. Now AT is able to like do a 4v3 because the Jax has to answer this split push. So we'll see what's gonna happen. Will Fruit is level 18 against level 15 on Jones. He just mashes. Thanks to it, he does not care. The Shuma Shuffle comes in. Obongo dies. And it's a shutdown. Oh, it's a shutdown for Azir into these Storm the Bleach, as and they're keeping Phoenix from coming to the inside the pitch of the Baron, and he goes down again. It's a triple kill for Silver Shakes as he will go down for the Demonic Embers. No, he does survive, and Food went for the turret, take tier 3 turret, gets the kill, gets the turret, but he gives away his life as ET clinches a victory in the Baron. Now we have stopwatch on Azir. He has 3 full items completed with Death Cap. E-Team gets a massive 6k gold lead here at 30 minutes, and they will be able to push in for this game number 2 here. They're gonna be able to push in for the Drake now and open up the base even more because now you have only tier 3 in the mid lane and then the Nexus turrets with all inhibitors. So the map is pretty good for ET and they will be able to fight it out as they're getting vision for this bottom side. Drake's going to be up in 13 seconds and again they're looking for that before deny soul for LCE. LCE has a 4-man here in the mid lane trying to keep pressure. Will for food. We see him using the Hextech Gates. The ultimate comes in. Muffy Man. Oh, your mom's OP gets caught by Ash Arrow. He does walk away, but but Silent Frost does do a lot of damage. He's gonna fall back for the ultimate from Zeref. Silver Shakes uses. Oh my God! Storm the Bleach is getting run down by Will for food, and Source Walker runs down the Varus. Silver Shakes buys time from Jax with the stopwatch. Phoenix tries to as well. This could be game. the TP coming in, it's a double TP in the top lane. Will Food and Silver Shakes, they have the Baron push. They take an inhibitor. They're gonna go to finish the game as he bought so much time against this Jax that jumped on him and left the backline away. Now, good shuffle. He will be able to survive a little bit. He does a lot of damage. They'll flash away. Gonna get. Oh, he goes down. But Mundo ends the game, and ET New Moon clinches game 2. We're gonna go for game 3. What a series, ladies and gentlemen. What a series. This Varus mid did not work at all for LCE. They tried, but it didn't work at all. And Sewer Shakes was able to pick up not only him, but the Source Walker, the Muffin Man, the Alistar. They were able to pick him off so many times in the early mid game. As we see here, a lot of damage coming to Azir, 35k, 30k on the Mundo, did a lot. Even the damage coming from Vayne, 25, from the 0 of 25, it's still not enough. Jax had a good game, Maokai had a good game, but again, not enough to get this final lead. So let's go to a fourth break, a short break, because looks like the guys are already inviting me for game 3, and these guys do run a little fast. So I'm gonna put us on a real short break. As we come back, we're gonna go straight to draft. Okay? So get some water, get some to drink, and stay tuned because there's a lot more fun to happen. Okay, so we are back, and I'm gonna bring here the draft. So both teams are still on the same side. I'm gonna be updating the screen here shortly for you guys. Um, so we still see the same bands coming in from ET and the same bands for the first phase for LCE. And just remembering, LCE does lose the first two bands because they're using an E sub in the jungle, Phoenix. Um, so they're losing and they're going for the mastery. And again, the Ash priority has been incredible. Even though they didn't win game one, the amount of picks and plays these Ash ult has been done, it was incredible. And now we're seeing a shift here from LCE Noir taking the Ivern instead. So I wonder what kind of gameplay are they going to show. Now they're showing Ivern with a hyperscale Jinx. They confirmed the Jinx and they're going to try to fight um, danger with danger, trying to fight that hyper carry Azir with that Jinx. Now I wonder, will Silver Shakes? I mean, the Azir is still open, so he can just pretty much go there as he's playing super well, and Obongo hasn't been able to punish that Azir at all. Now the Maokai turns stable to ET. The Maokai that had a really good game overall, like really good series that pick, doing so much for the team. Now they're taking away and they're matching with the Ash pick, giving even more potential for team fight. Really interested to see like how this game is gonna go because it's looking pretty nice. Whoa, the J4. Ooh, interesting. So they picked the Maokai and the J4. So they're sending this Maokai not in the jungle, most likely. Wow, this is actually pretty good because it brings a whole new a whole new different game here for us in this game three, like a whole different style of game. But at the same time, you give now the opportunity for LCE Noir to remove that Azir that did so much for Silver Shakes. So you're pretty much saying, hey, I have something else in the middle lane, so you can take the Azir out if you're comfortable, you know, if you want to remove it. Because if you don't remove it, I can pretty much assume the Silver Shakes will take that Azir because it combos really well with J4. It combos well with the Maokai for the team fighting. But we see now the Nautilus being picked, and they remove the Braum. They remove the Braum, so you have like that lock potential for LCE. And as we see the bands coming in, I'm gonna give the awards here for the contest and everything. So I'm gonna be clearing that up. And I'm gonna start the new contest. So if you guys want to participate from the chat, feel free to come to participate on the predictions and the contest. So for the contest, sorry, my bad. I keep forgetting to not use the keypad. That's my hotkeys. I'm still working on that. But again, the contest is for whoever wants to redeem anything from the store. So that's the points that you're gonna use, and the channel points is just for the channel points itself. So I'm just gonna start those if you guys want to interact. So as you're in the Jays, they keep these bans, which is good. Now there's a shift here from LCE Noir. They removed the Syndra, which we haven't seen. They have been focusing a lot on the top and support. Now they keep the now they remove the Syndra and they keep the top picks available, and Garen is chosen by a Penumbral. Will Matthew Food will go for that Garen play here, which I question a little bit because he did super well on the Mundo. He did super well on the Ornn. And the Ornn is open, so that team fight potential it was still available. Now the Cassadin being shown and the Cassadin being picked. Silver Shakes saying, "Hey, if this game goes to the late game, boom, I got you." It's hyperscale with hyperscaling. It's scaling with scaling, and the peak potential that Ash brings and the Maokai brings, it's also superb. And the counter pick Darius. So on the other side, Jolt is saying, "Hey, you gonna pick Garen? Let's go." Yo, what's up, Shanghai? Yeah, it's me today. The games did start late, so I ended up casting game 2 and 3 on my own. Sprint was here on game 1, helping out. It was pretty good game, but it was pretty high, pretty big. Yeah, if you wanna hop on, just send me a message on Discord. I'll bring you on. Um, just send me a message on Discord and I'll bring you on, and we can do this game 3 together. This is 1-1 do or die. You have to watch it. All right. So we see the in-game. So the in-game draft started. So let's get a real quick break so I can bring Shanghai here on the screen with us. So give us a few minutes. I'll put us on a really short break, and then we'll be right back. Okay? Hey guys, so we're back here. So I just finished up getting Shanghai here with us. I'm gonna be bringing him his PFPs, all that kind of stuff into stream, but he is here, so you guys will be able to listen to him. Hey Shanghai, how are you doing? How was your night? And
It's going well. So we actually do play your guys' Blood Moon team on Thursday, I think.
oh,
But
nice,
we were
nice.
just kind of hanging out as a team, looking at everyone's happening, and we eventually stumbled across this stream. And was like, "Ooh, game three looks intense."
Oh yeah, man, especially because it's a do or die kind of situation, so it's looking promising.
Yeah, I think draft wise, I favor Eclipsing Tides here. I think Jinx is irrelevant in this current meta, and I just think Jarvan, even post nerf, is just ridiculously strong. So they got a lot of aerial denial, a good game plan. I feel like LCE Noir has a little bit harder time executing. What was your kind of take on that?
I so I'm a little skeptical of the whole. Um, I mean, just on the top side. I mean, I'm not a top laner, and I always hate playing against Garrett. But based on what we saw from both top
I
laners,
can send you that picture in a higher resolution if you
yeah.
prefer.
um, I just feel like so basically what happened was so for example for game two,
Right.
um, what's his name? Wuma for food, the Garen, he played almost pretty much a side lane, and he put a lot of pressure on Jolts when he was on the Jax. So I think his idea, and it worked pretty well. Like he was winning the 1v1s. He was drawing like one, two people towards him. So I'm thinking that's the idea. I don't know how he's gonna be able to execute. I think it's a lot more difficult against the Darius with the Garen. Um, and always, you need the Kassadin to scale up. So they have the potential to pick the Victor. I think Victor against J4, it's really, I don't like to play that when I have playing against a J4 because if you don't have flash, you pretty much as good as dead in the lane.
Right.
And the fact that ET got Ashe all three games, the Maokai, and now the J4, they have so much potential for a team fight, peak. They can buy so much time with CC, and they can buy time for the Cassidy to scale on this dual AP mid jungle. So I definitely think they have a really good potential. But on the other
Yeah.
side, I think LC also has a pretty good team fighting, especially if Darius, you know, gets too fat, if the Ivern is relevant, if Jinx gets ahead. One thing, I don't know how much you watched game two, but
I think we got here just to start draft, so
oh, because for both games, LC bot lane had a massive advantage. Like overall, they were able to get picks. They were able to get so much CS. There was a point they had like three to like 20 to 30 CS difference really early, like 7 8 minutes. So
hmm
if this Jinx does that again, then she just accelerate, and as long as you get a pick, she's just gonna snowball out of that. At least for me.
right. I just think it's easier to kind of just wait for the casted insurance policy, and you have a really strong Jarvan, Maokai, Ash trio. Garen can waste time on the map, and it just feels like everything that LEC Noir wants to do, they'll just have a struggle with. So
Yeah, and we see here we are in game. We see an invade. Oh, and actually, if you want to do the play-by-play, go for it.
sure. So Invade Nautilus is leading as always. Storm the Beach is looking to storm his way up to the Ash, maybe catch him off guard. Throws out the hook. That cooldown is gonna be long because he doesn't hit the wall. Still not spotted out. Ash doesn't know. Flash autos. Follow up. Gets the Darius pull and she just died. Doesn't blur any sums. They end up giving it over to the Darius. So maybe he can get that top lane rolling. Kind of their win condition. So they had a game one level plan in comparison to Eclipsing Tides there. So they were able to get something off that.
Yeah, that's big. I believe that the early kill to Darius, and he's gonna be able to start with that extra ruby. It's gonna keep his early game so much better, like being able to survive all ins and all of that. Ooh.
It also adjusts his back time. Ooh, if that Q hits, that's like a really good lane presence.
Oh my god, I think Muffin would probably use his flash there if that hook. But yeah, I definitely would want. I think we should expect J4 presence in mainly in the bot, possibly the top side as well. We do see both top laners with Ghost, so less pressure in the map, but more pressure on possible team fights and or 1v1s or 1v2s,
It
whatever that
also
happen.
helps keep them safe on split, and it already appears that Darius is getting that advantage, so they're on even footing. I think when you're behind top lane, you want to look for maybe answers elsewhere on the map, and he really doesn't have that option unless he roams down and then rotates back to top off of a good
Ooh,
push. Ooh, they're gonna
Ignite.
chase down this Jinx. Ashe, although she is level 1, that lethal tempo is lethal. I'd flash after this Jinx. Flash or flash. Your mom's OP gets out, gets the W on. Now, Nautilus is the one in trouble. He should be able to hook away. Maokai
Oh,
actually
oh
intercepts
no,
him.
he gets. Oh my god, that's
One
terrible.
more auto, doesn't get it. Oh my goodness, your mom is OP is just ridiculous at this champion. He has to be careful. Maokai can W back in, but what looked
Oh,
great for Eclipsing, or sorry, Eclipsing Tide initially flipped again, and then Eclipsing Tide was able to kind of not get what they wanted, right?
yeah, that was way too deep. I think like the idea of Shadowfrost to like go back into Jinx was good, but he stepped in too far and he just got hooked. And now Phoenix is gonna punish this Maokai, or he's gonna get punished.
Oh, this is him getting pincered. Again, Nala's Q gets mixed up. He has to burn Flasher. Can he get the wall flash?
He got this the shield.
Oh,
Oh, he got the stun. He survives. That is massive for
I just realized
LCE.
I've been watching your Twitch stream, not the Discord stream. No wonder I'm delayed.
Oh, that was massive. That was supposed to be like killed for Shallenfrost so he can come back to the game after two deaths early. And this is so bad because Jinx started with Cole, so she has not only the accelerated long swords, but she also has a Cole. So her mid game is gonna be much more powerful in terms of items and probably damage than the Ashe.
I think the other dangerous part about this is Jarvan is really good at exploiting people without flashes, and he knows with Jinx and Ivern Flash being down, at least he can start looking to find something, right?
Ooh, the
We see
flash.
Garen flashing in the top lane 1v1. I call that an impact top diff.
Yeah, I think that was stacking. Oh, Phoenix here. She was shaking the steel scythe. He danced a little bit, just
Waiting on the
autos.
Q, patience gets the flash because of it, but your mom's OP is caught in a 2v1 situation here. Jinx, no flash, has to fight one out, but Ashe is just
Oh.
too good at cleaning it up. Accidentally, Maokai presses auto attack. I know if I'm doing that, my AD carry is just mad at me.
Yeah, and she was just getting a lot of punishment here. On this matchup, which is expected because that's how it goes until you get six. But we can see here, even though there was a flash in the top side, we still have even CS for Wumaf for food. But again, this bot lane is still suffering a lot in these early phases of the game. It's like 16 CS in 5 minutes and 30.
Ashe
Jinx,
really needed that kill to kind of be on curve with the
yeah.
items.
Noon Quiver versus a longsword, boots, and dagger. That's not good at all.
And Dragon's up. I don't think either team's kind of posturing to take it, but they definitely want to get this river control.
Oh, Muffy
Maokai
Man.
gets stunned into a Q. Kanal's gonna range for hook, doesn't actually get there. Chunked almost down to 1 HP.
The Victor's Arc goes in down. The other thing is, like, although I kind of like the idea of they cast it into double AP mid jungle, I just think he like he was playing so well in the Azir, putting so much pressure. I wouldn't definitely, even if you had to give up the Maokai or the J4, definitely would. I would want him to keep that pick, but we'll see what kind of impact he does because instead of having that standard control mage that has CC and damage, you're strictly saying, hey, I'm gonna go for that super carry damage champion that needs time
Right.
to get online.
I think if he plays it right though, he kind of gets stopped by two things: Ivern, Root, and Daisy if Daisy's up, or Nautilus CC. So if he plays around that fine, he actually buys his team a lot of space. So although he might be not adding
Ooh,
his own CC device, oh, we see Maokai going in, but it looks like he went too soon because Jarvan's already on the flank. Gets a
nice knock
knock
up.
up. He's actually gonna live. Does he have Triumph? I don't think so. On top side, we
Oh,
see
what a
Canning
play by
trying to go for the
Jones!
crossbat play, but he gets double killed by Darius, and they're still chasing down the Nautilus. Huge
What did
swing
they
for the bot
do?
side, but a double in on the top side.
Did they? I feel like they tried to give the Cassidy the kill. Like I feel like for like a second and a half, or like between half a second to a second and a half, the
Right.
the Garen stopped autoing because he could have get the kill like 100%. Felt like he wanted to give the kill for Cassian to accelerate his build, but it was enough for Jolts to flash Q, get the actual healing, and just smash that R on top of both of their heads.
I think when I see 350 shutdowns or 250, I'm going, oh my goodness, what has happened in that lane to constitute that much of a bounty? But I think the main
Oh,
problem is they weren't
SR.
respecting the cross map play, right? Jarvan was downside bot making a play, and they just overgreeded on a play top. So
Yeah, they tried to make play on both maps. That's not something you normally do. Um, and
can we
now
get
you
a
just
hook count on this Nautilus? No flame, no flame. I just want to know. Stat check. Dowan, are you in chat?
but now you have like what a 24 CS lead, no, a 14 CS lead in the top line plus the 3 kills. You're so close from that stride breaker. I don't think there's game anymore for this Garen. Not gonna lie.
They have gotten both neutrals on the side of Noir, which isn't helping when they kind of have that mid laner who can be put behind until 16, right? I think everyone sees the relevance of Kassadin as kind of a threat around 11, but like a giga threat around 16. So he needs to make sure he's getting his farm, so he can't be making those roam plays and having them
Yeah,
turn out
because
so
you
poorly.
definitely don't want your casting level 16 with one item. But
Storm the beach, walking up, gets the cannon. Oh my goodness. Support diff. So this Maokai's playing more for the jungle right now, and he's losing some XP though. So
yeah, that's something that we've seen quite so far. Like they're keeping, walking as a team for the jungle, as we're gonna see. Like now they're gonna extend the lead on these areas on this top side. Massive two plates there,
takes multiple tower shots, but does it matter? Ivern double shoot is ridiculously strong.
and
I think I have PTSD from that patch.
oh, the
Oh
ash
my gosh,
arrow.
arrow into the Victor. Oh my gosh, there's the reason they call him Shillen Frost. Jeez. Oh, that's a hook. Add it to the Nautilus hook counter. He gets it onto the Maokai. Maokai W's to the cannon, gets the cannon, and just walks away freely.
Oh, the Kaini
But
coming
Ash is
back.
punishing. She has flash up.
Oh, the ultimate comes in
Doesn't
the
want to waste it.
flash.
Now commits the
Oh, the
flash. Maokai goes
Q!
in.
Muffy Man!
Dies 1 for 1, but hopefully Ash can still confirm. Cues the wall and
So
gets out. I think if
close.
Ash flashes sooner, that's a double kill.
But that's good there. At least they're able to win the 2v2s again, even with the 20 CS difference. Um,
Hopefully it doesn't overstay the plating.
ooh,
Flash
flash
Ivern
Q.
Q. Nautilus goes in, hooks, almost killing the
Oh,
Ash.
the
He lit.
shutdown!
You get Triumph. Almost kiting it one out,
Ooh.
but it's a 2 for 1 on the side of the
He
pussy
survived!
side.
He survived!
Nah, Ivern's broken. Everyone play it next week.
Yo, he survived with 30 HP. What the hell? This man, is this man the GOAT?
I don't know. All I know is this man's the Muffin Man, and he's still this. He's not even level 6 by 11. He's over roamed at this point,
Yeah,
which is okay. But you know, at one point you have to play for your own level 6 because at this point
exactly.
Nautilus is gonna get a second ult off before Maokai even gets his first.
And the thing is, if you had 6 there, I think it would have been a double kill way sooner too.
Oh, for sure, wouldn't have been punished for it. But again, game's only within 1,000. That's for how the game has kind of been coin flipping in the beginning. When you're the scaling comp, you want it to be there, and I think with Jinx Victor, they want to get to that point where they can just free hit with a Daisy in the front line. So
Oh, oh, the Ash
Ash
arrow
Arrow,
hits the Ivern.
Shill and Frost hits these. Maokai does have his alerts coming down the entire team. They're gonna follow up onto the Victor.
Oh, Will
Insects,
Math is
your mom
here.
is OP, dies, but ends up killing Cassidon. Garen Flash ults the Victor over the wall, and now they confirm the Dragon. Eclipsing Tide with a beautiful fight there, only losing their Cassidon.
That's huge because they had the. So the thing is, EG had the number advantage as Garen rotated much sooner than the Darius. So even though Darius was so fat and so strong, Garen was able to do more for his team than the Darius. And also, I believe before the fight, the LCE Noir team had 3 items and ET only had one, possibly on this
Sitting on
Ash.
goal. They didn't do their tab check.
Exactly.
I think the other interesting note is Phoenix is shopping at Boris. Right now there's a bug with a Moonstone. Someone pointed out in chat reminded me, but it doesn't proc on the second E, so you actually lose so much value from that E. It's so much better to go Shurelius, especially if you're gonna have a Jinx wanting to kite out a Cassidon or Jarvan. So
Yeah, like a good thing is like, I mean, it's not good that Maokai got the kills, but it's good that G4 got a kill, the Garen got a kill to come back. He's not
right,
even in gold, but at least he has a stride breaker
he
to
has
match.
outplay capability. Unfortunately, he is that not level 11 tier 2 ultimate, but
Ooh, is this a dive? Oh no, I thought that was Jarvan.
honestly, with how this game's been going, I wouldn't expect it. But gold is even again, so it's kind of a volatile state for them. I expect the next fight to be around this Herald in 50 seconds here. Casting goes in on trade. I hope both mid laners are close to 11. I think they get usually 11 around second Herald time.
Yeah, it's I mean, we see a reset coming in. I wonder if they're gonna do like some sort of a, swap here as we see Jinx moving towards mid probably.
Yeah,
But
I would throw the Victor bottom. This is good macro movement. See, their bot lane's wasting time.
exactly.
Cassin's roaming for no reason. They get pushed in waves, dropping waves here, so.
Yeah, so it looks like we see the Garen almost giving up this turret, so they're gonna
Oh,
definitely
but
give up.
why would you commit to this play? I guess they're assuming that Jarvan's not gonna contest his Herald, but I think you just still throw the Victor bot lane and get plating through mid. Or not plating, but tower damage. Because now this Jinx not farming. She's not doing anything on the map.
Oh,
She has to be far away.
yeah, and they lose first
You
turrets
lose
too.
first tower. It's like they had the vision in their head, and then they just, at the end, pulled their own rug out of their own feet. So,
Yeah, I definitely agree. Like they should have rotated this Jinx. You not only guarantee the Herald, but you also guarantee a possible keeping that first turret alive. And looks like ET's. Oh, they got all spotted here. They were looking for a trap in mid, but they were
I
all
think
seen.
it's I think it's your mob's OP game 3 debuff. Unfortunately. I love Duck as much as everyone else loves him, but
Wait,
like
hold on, Silver. Oh, ooh.
prophetic buffers it with the cast art. Daisy knockup almost hits him. Maybe would have been a flash Nautilus alt follow up, but doesn't seem like anything else is gonna happen in this mid play. Jarvan's just farming.
Cassadin Ludens. That's an interesting choice. I'm not sure how much I like this, but
I think if he wants to be gold efficient, he goes Ludens into Shadow Flame here, and it's okay. Those items kind of interplay, or like he's really wanting just to burn through people once he's 16, but
Yeah, as long as he doesn't interact with theirs, I think he should be fine. Because Jinx is not
hopefully you're
super
thinking
strong.
Ashe is the one that kind of deals with the Darius front line as long as he doesn't get alt resets.
Okay, now we see some rotation here. Mid lane, bottom in the mid lane, and mid lanes in the bottom lane.
TP timers are synced up for both teams here. I think the one thing that we'll see more impact later on in this game is Nautilus took that exhaust, meaning that he has the capability of kind of delaying Kassadin damage when he jumps in.
Now the thing is, we have 20 seconds on Drake. The Garen is delayed for reset. He did proxy the next wave. Darius is here much sooner, so it's gonna be a 5v4 initially. So I don't think ET can contest Vision until this Garen shows up, and even if he shows up.
I think they're just giving it at this point. You didn't establish your mid control with or river control with Maokai. They get the mid push, and I expect them just to run over here to Cloud Soul unless they feel like they pushed him up river enough to hit the tower. Ivan drops the Shelly and moves on. You call
Yeah,
Shelly or Harold? Second Harold.
I call Harold.
Harold. I always thought like people say first one's like Harold, second one's Shelly. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. For me, like all the jargon for NA is completely different, so I just call the same thing.
Darius has Ghost here. If he feels like they're out of position, they don't have that mid tower to fall back on, but he just decides he's gonna go collect the top wave and
Yeah, they did collect extra waves in the silence for Cassidy and Garen. They took tier 1 top. Now they're gonna steal. Oh, Obongo's gonna get caught here.
this looks like a solo kill. If I misplays the Victor W, gets
Ooh,
the
nice
flash so he can
flash.
get one more rift walk maybe.
Oh,
Jinxar goes
oh,
down, dies to
the
minions.
last
That was
tick.
a huge Jinxar.
Dude, the last tick of the ultimate from Victor actually hit that. I thought it was gonna end. Oh.
Both AD carries showing what it means to use cross ulti, full map ultis here.
Yeah, like these have been really good ultimates so far.
I think they're being coached by Utsi on this side. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, but now we're seeing that the Cassidy is just out sustaining the Victor and
Iron
ooh.
face checking into Maokai, knocked up. Ashe arrow goes down. They use two ultimates on this. They should be careful not to overextend this next play here.
And Ash ghosted it
Ashe is
too.
not careful. Darius just flash pulls her.
She's being a little abusive, not gonna lie. She's just going forward and trying to
I'll
hit her
be honest,
W's.
I prefer if an AD carry plays like that and then knows their limit versus kind of like not exerting that pressure. Because if you think about it, they're forcing them to make a choice between top tower with Garen or fighting them in mid.
Yeah, it looks like Utila is going crazy with the even shroud on this Maokai. Does not look like he liked that. But we saw Sugar Shakes doing. Oh, and he's gonna be seen in this ward. But I was gonna say like we saw that he was winning against the Victor the Silent. So I was like wondering whether Victor was gonna get caught on that again because it's level 12 Kassadin and formal levels, and he's already losing. So formal levels, it's gonna be even worse for the Victor. Surprisingly enough, this game has been um, a lot like there's a lot less fights on this game than the previous games. I
Mm.
know 20 minutes, 19 kills, it's still pretty high, but considering what we saw earlier, it's
I think
still
it's game three nerves. A team goes home after this, right?
exactly.
So I think they're trying to tone down the mistakes. And if you actually look here, LCE Noir should be kind of sweating. They see her 3 and 0 Zarius went from 350, 400 gold bounties. Now he's down to 300. Was showing 250. Indicates the kind of gold difference they're playing at right now. I wonder if that affects their choices coming up here.
Yeah, ooh, Bongo's gonna get caught here. He
It's
does not
it's
have
just good night.
flash.
It's just good night. Flash Ivern Q onto the Maokai. Jinx R full HP doesn't use that execute.
Yeah, way too soon to use that R.
I think they felt like they had to make something happen, right? Their Victor gets caught on side and they go, we have to do something here, but they didn't set it up properly and they overforced with no follow up. So
Yeah, I mean, if they change that Jinx R for a Nautilus R, then things could be different. Like they actually could maybe do some damage there, but
if I was Noir, I'd say, hey guys, we're kind of down bad right now. We're stacking dragons. I want to play around that dragon timer and utilize our Darius summoners to get something going, right? They have bounties to collect on Garen, Jarvan, and Maokai. I think that's the fight you kind of want to look around, or even coin flipping a Baron trade. Clear vision, and when you think that the enemy team's going to go for a dragon, you go for Baron instead.
yeah, one thing that we noticed was the Darius was not affected at all so far. He got those early kills. Oh, the TP cancel. He's gonna be a solo. Oh no, the stun. He
He barely
flashed.
lives. Garen flashes over. Victor is just running it faster than. I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, shot
I res-
from.
I respect too many people in this league to give a banter on official eclipsing cast.
Shaolin Frost's flash was amazing. He flashed Jolt's flash. It was actually on point. He almost got hooked.
So we see that they actually, despite Garen killing the Victor and wasting TP, they still get the dragon because they just fought it better. But Garen is still gonna take that top tower. 550 gold in his bank. You expect him to probably go Hull Breaker and let them play sides here.
Yeah, and finally we're seeing
Darius is
the.
foaming at the mouth. He's got the dogs out and everything. He wants the Ash. Is he gonna overstep? He doesn't really have a team follow up. They're collapsing on Garen. This is gonna be a fight happening. A pincer, but it seems like Eclipsing Tides doesn't want any of it. They want the mid tower. They're letting Noir over rotate and they're trying to capitalize on some macro errors. End up getting the mid tower, falling with minions here. And it seems like Noir just they were running in circles doing nothing.
Yeah, they sound a little lost. They had a good fight that turned into the third Drake at some point here. And they've been stacking. Oh,
Oh
Bongo.
no. Cassin onto the Victor. Gets his QE. Alt. Waiting out the other one. Jinx are punching. Oh my
No!
gosh, how many times is your mom OP gonna save this Victor here?
Oh, Silver Shakes, go back to his ear. No.
And it's actually just crazy how many times that both AD carries alt have impacted something happening across the map.
He, it feels like he doesn't have yet the CDs. Oh, hey, hold on. Ash Arrow
Ash
hits.
ulti going into hits the Jinx, stalls her out. They're gonna start hitting onto the aftershock.
Oh, Jinx gets
Nautilus. Jinx
one-shotted.
dies. Darius is killing the Garen. He has an ulti reset, ends up killing him. They're trying to chase down. Who is this? Ivern, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Ivern.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh, this
Victor's
looks like
here.
Baron for Eclipsing Tides. And Noir had things going, but they just are given too much sometimes.
Oh, Jolt's. He has that action move speed. He does have a stopwatch too. Um, Interesting enough, the Garen just went for two Zeals. He finished Cleaver. I don't know what his goal is, but now we're actually seeing the Darius doing some stuff for the team.
It
He's not.
seems like he wants to group with his team,
Yeah.
which is it's a respectable choice into a Fed Darius. Your mom OP, game 3 curse. You hate to see it, really. I think you guys should rename this squad, this roster, to Eclipsing Tides Thieves. The way they kind of do heists, because despite Cassidy being dead, they still ended up kind of going positive on their play, and Noir was just left speechless.
Oh yeah, and now the Kassadin has the Zonias, so hopefully he will be able to dodge the Jinx R this time.
Right, reaction timing test.
Because last time he flashed. The first time he didn't use anything. Second time he flashed and died. Now he doesn't have flash, but at least he has the stopwatch.
Oh, Darius bush cheesing. It is a level 16 Garen. He has to be careful. With
Oh, the
Black Cleaver,
phase
I argue
rush.
that he could have actually probably killed him.
And he oh
Ash ulti onto the Maokai. There's no cleanse on this Jinx. I don't know what Duck is doing by not taking cleanse this game. Nautilus
oh
is
this
just
could be
trapped
Baron.
and he's just getting. Again, I have to watch my mouth.
Oh, this could be,
uh,
yeah, this is definitely Baron. But the thing is, Jolts had he used the ghost and Wilmarth could just use phase rush to walk away.
Dude, Garen, such a fun, intricate
Oh,
champion.
Victor getting
Maokai
caught.
onto the Victor. Garen's running in at him through the slowing field. Doesn't get slowed. Has an ulti. Stride breaker down. Gets the flash. Oh my gosh, the balance
Wait,
champion here. Darius
Jolts
pulls him
here.
back, and it's actually a catch onto the Garen here. He has a reset. He wants to chase him down, but with Ashe and Maokai, it just seems impossible to chase.
Now we
Maybe if they
see,
had Shirelius,
yeah.
on the Ivern.
Well, they do have redemption. We see pinks here. The blue pinks going for that soul fight. Now, 27 minutes. It's still pretty a decent lead. 5K, it's pretty good.
I think you have to give this, right? Your Garen's down. Doesn't seem like you can
I
win this
mean,
team
Ashe
fight.
is super strong. If you can protect her, she has 3 items. She can melt this Darius with the Bork.
Very true. They kind of have to force them to a mid wave, right? Pull them out of river, make them make different choices here instead of just instantly starting the dragon.
Yeah, and something that Master Spamer said as well, like J4 is going for that lethality Sarita Dirk, so he could be going for that shield, like the item that the Serpent's thing. So is
Yeah,
guaranteed.
soul guaranteed. They go for mid tower. It's a good trade, and now they just have to point flip. Cassin's level 15 on the back. They're gonna try to catch
Oh,
this Ivern.
Phoenix got deleted!
Instantly one shot. They're gonna go for bot tower here. This is actually a really good gold swing, despite giving up the soul. Clipsing Tide is still getting a lot more off of it.
And let's not forget that J4 also has a stopwatch, so they have like good ways to reset the fights. Um,
I'd keep pushing here if I was Eclipsing Tide. I think they're giving too much if they walk away here.
Everyone from ET has summoners up, they have flashes, and
Right. That's what I mean. I think you can keep pushing.
oh,
Ash arrow down onto the Nautilus. Can he cue the wall in time? Jarvan's kind of playing spoiler, trying to block it. He actually lets him get out with the Q, but Cassidy's over the wall, down to 1 HP. Storm the Bleach is actually out. Redemption's coming down on him. Darius
oh,
gets
two-man
the
pull.
flash pull into 2. They flash away. He's almost one shot. Ash is running them down. They're all into the pit.
Oh my
Casting
God!
it into with a
It's a
cataclysm, and
double kill,
last alive is the victor who just dies
and
again.
this could be game.
It seems like Eclipsing Tide is having such a good Tuesday
It's a
because
triple
Distortion
kill.
Overdrive could not play their other team. I'm joking. I'm just
It's
messing.
a
I can't
triple
wait to
kill on
play them.
Silver Shakes.
Oh my gosh,
Let's
Eclipsing
go!
Tide
ET
clutches up in the
survives for
game
another
3.
day.
Man, what a
What a game.
good series. I I feel bad that I only joined for the last one where culminated, but I think that was a good one.
Oh yeah, it was. It was really nice. Um, ET survives another day. They will be able to play the last week of qualifiers for that playoff. We do say goodbye for LCE Noir tonight. They had some really good games overall. Um, and also, unfortunately, they use an A-sub, so they did lose 2 bans that could definitely change the outcome. But
Right.
Silent Frost, 20,000 damage. He was so far behind in this early game, and he was able to be the most, the person with most resources, almost 15,000. At the end of the day, I still felt this Darius was not able to do much. He did have like 5 participation of the 12 kills, but I don't know. It feels like it didn't click. It feels like the
3 of them were spoon fed into him,
yeah,
so it felt like he wasn't doing anything with what he was given.
exactly. And Victor's getting caught. Jinx getting caught after a good early game, it's just I don't know. It felt like everything fell apart for
I think
LCE.
if you look at the gold graph, it shows the point where it got away from them was the point it just kept going down. I think you have to go to your match history to see it, but
Oh,
it just feels like they had the opportunity to stabilize and then they couldn't. So
let me see here. Sorry, with Math for Food, I'm gonna show your
oh no, hide the match history, hide the
your
match
matches
history.
right here. Oh yeah, so
Right? It's just like they had their opportunity in the early game, stalled it out, and then once that breakpoint happened around Baron timer, it just accelerated the game.
yeah, that play where we saw the Garrett coming in ball, that's when they even out in gold. Actually, that's when they crossed gold, because things were looking pretty bad. At 2 points, we see here at 8 minutes and at 10, they all like there was a 2K gold lead for LCE, but that slowly turned tables, and when they turn, it just snowballs so badly on these objective fights until it reached what? It reached 10K. That was a lot. So, um, I mean, congratulations to ET Penumbral. They will live to fight for another day. It was a good show for LCE Noir. I do think they played Blood Moon. We covered, I think, their game with Blood Moon from the Void group. So again, thanks a lot everyone who came in. Shanghai, thanks for coming in to cast this last game. It was a
It
banger of
was
a
a lot of
series.
fun.
Thanks everyone
Um,
on the chat that came in from Aegis stream. Thanks for the raid, Aegis, for showing up for this last match here tonight. And I just want to appreciate everybody. And I'm gonna finish it up for here for tonight because it's already 11:20. I want to let you guys have some good night of sleep. But once we end here, I'm gonna host someone. So if you guys, if anyone wants to stay for whatever reason, um, just show support for the next person that I'm gonna be hosting. And again, thank you very much for coming in. This was by far the best AML stream we had this whole season. Um,
you're welcome. I know I
so
did nothing, but you're welcome.
well, thanks for coming in, and I'll see you guys next week to see whoever ET Penumbra will face. It's gonna be a banger of a series, so we just want to make sure we cover Penumbra all the way through this qualifier section. So again, thanks guys, everyone on the chat, Shanghai. Have a good night and have a great week. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We're gonna have a podcast for AGL, so whoever is here for AGL for tomorrow will be online at 8 o'clock. With that being said, we are out.